Opie and Anthony. Cody in Indiana writes on Instant Feedback, I can't wait to see Ant's electric bill after Keith's wife decorates the Christmas lights brighter than the effing Luxor.
Yeah. We were talking about Christmas lights and stuff yesterday.
Yeah.
And, because I kind of want to do Christmas over my house kind of a thing. You know, we do Christmas Eve over Grandma's old house. Now it's, my aunt and uncle's house pretty much.
I love it, too. I'm hooking
home.
up lights.
Yeah,
you really are a true wop, aren't you?
I am such a ginzaloon. Yeah, I really am because, I'm really the only Catholic in my neighborhood.
That's right.
It's an entire Jewish neighborhood.
And you really let it be known.
I put decorations up that it leaves no doubt that I am Catholic. It's this short of a manger on my lawn with the baby Jesus.
No, you would go with real people, though.
Yeah.
Make them hang out on
That's a
your
good
lawn.
idea.
It's cheap to have.
Hey, tell them about the wreath you get.
The wreath is probably 9 feet across.
They have to get a crane.
They get a cherry picker and put it up above my door.
Biggest wreath you've ever seen.
And then there's a couple of real guinea columns that I have on the side of my house. And
Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
Big red bows go on the big guinea columns.
Yeah.
And lights going up the walkway and on the trees. So, the Jews in my neighborhood are just like, oh, boy. Here he goes. Here goes the Italian
It's going to be another massive Pequot before we know it.
Here he is. I'm sure all of his organized crime friends are going to be over.
But that's what I was telling my friend, Adrian, I go, what other show do you listen to? And they're talking about arc welding.
Yes.
He's like, hey, watch out. I'm warning you.
Well,
Suddenly,
he opened his bills yesterday, and they're just out of hand.
I'm really...
The electric bill's out of hand.
I'm hurting the environment.
He used 197,000 gallons of water since the last water bill.
197,000 gallons.
And Stunt Brain brings this to everyone's attention today. When you have huge spikes in usage like you're showing, you know they investigate that stuff because they're convinced you're growing like pot and stuff.
Why would they think because I had a spike in water and electricity that I'm growing something?
But they really do.
That really is like water and electricity.
Yeah.
I need the lights for the plants, and then I need the water to irrigate the plants. And there's no plants growing in my house.
The investigation ends with the guy just writing across the top of his sheet, Enrich, no problem.
Enrich, no problem. We're moving on from this
By which
case.
I mean nouveau riche.
Of course, nouveau riche. What else could that mean?
You're telling everyone you're putting a movie theater in the basement, but maybe you're doing something else?
No, it's a home theater.
There's a lot of room in that basement, man.
I had the...
You're a crass fool.
Your basement's so big, if you were growing pot plants, you'd have to get the migrant workers there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got them there. Who's he kidding? He's using Americans to fix that house up?
They're all Americans.
Oh, please.
My friend, they are. All the construction guys in the basement.
Central Americans.
They were all Americans. Had the HVAC guy come over yesterday, which was pretty interesting for me since I spent all of my years before radio doing air conditioning and heating work. So I see the van pull up, and I'm like, now I'm that guy. I go, I'm the ass. I'm the douche. It just made me feel like, and then I'm trying to be overly like nice and hey, what's up?
Buddy,
like not be like those guys. There's a hose out back if you're thirsty. Yeah. You know, like I all of a sudden was the guy, and no matter what I do, I'm the guy.
Right.
Which sucks.
That's great.
Like I don't want to be the guy, but I don't want to be the guy doing the work anymore. I did that for years.
They don't do it right. You got to regretfully go.
I'm looking at. See,
Anthony's bringing up the old days, and the old air conditioner's like, hey, you still got that fetter?
Oh, no, we got new equipment now that we do that. What do you got? Let me see the gauges. I'll charge this unit myself. Bring me the Freon. We don't use Freon anymore.
Sir.
Just vent it to the atmosphere, and we'll pump some more in. No, we recover the refrigerant now, Anthony. It's not like the old days. They're old-timer.
He's trying to roll up his sleeves.
Yeah, let me get in there. I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
You guys would just dump the waste on the side of the LIA.
Oh, dude,
as you're going back to home base.
Yeah.
You know,
it used to be
that's old school, my friend.
Vent to atmosphere.
Yeah.
Fluorocarbons just this big white cloud of ozone killer would just
rises over Floral Park. And
yeah. Now they will kill you if they catch you doing that. You got to recover the refrigerant. They're called Freon. It's refrigerant.
Yeah, it's like Russia. You can't even throw any things in the atmosphere.
Can't even put your friggin' motor oil down the sewer anymore.
What's up with that?
Colin, how many times did you change your oil on your car and just let it go right down the sewer in front of your house?
Most people are still doing that.
That's what you did. No, you are.
A lot of people
but they are
do
doing that.
In trashy neighborhoods, I guess.
They look to their left, they look to their right, and they tip over that can.
I get abuse from my family for making fun of Shirley.
Oh, Shirley.
Oh, Mastic and Shirley.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
the Twin Cities.
I was a caddy for 12, 14 years. So,
caddy.
And every once in a while, we'll play in a charity golf tournament or whatever, and we'll get a caddy. And I'm just reminded what you were doing with the air conditioner guy. I go, hey, I used to do what you're doing there.
Yeah, great.
And I actually had a caddy go, good for you.
No one wants to hear that.
The guy just did not. Goes, good for you.
No one wants to hear that.
Here's your putter. I'm the same age as you, and you're not doing this anymore, and I still am. Good for you.
No one wants to hear that you did that, and you can help him out.
No one cares about your local boy made good stories.
Exactly.
Yeah, beat it, stupid. Oh, and by the way, you had a 7 on the last hole, not a 5.
The poor bastard's got to move my radio-controlled jet helicopters so he can put in some flex pipe.
Well, you stand there with a naked 19-year-old. Yeah, I used to knock 10.
Drinking beer. Right, just wine glass in one hand, a supple breast in the other.
Yeah. A party hat, Magnum condoms in your upper pocket. I used to do what you did until my life began.
Doing the obstacle course through the women that are passed out.
Oh, is that awful?
To get to the work area.
Yeah, but when I realized, I'm the guy. I'm the guy that was the douche.
That's so funny.
Stop trying to kidnap. Bob Kelly does that, too. We used to live in the same building. He's the biggest idiot. We lived at the same building.
What, with fat people? I used to be a big slob,
just one big freight elevator.
Now he's losing weight and ruining our good time. Yeah. Bastard.
The beautiful thing about Bob is, though, he really is he's one like cut out of a Dane movie away from obesity again, which is great, because Bob will never not be a fatso waiting to happen. Bobby would walk in. We would always walk into the lobby, and he would just stand there and overly try to be relatable. Hey, how you doing there, Frank? Just like, shut up. They work here. Just say hello and go upstairs. Stop trying to act like you're one of the guys because you feel guilty about the minimal success that you've had.
Hey, we got to go to the phones. You touched on some, Ant, that got him lit. Wayne, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good, Wayne.
When I worked at a gas station years ago, for all the bad route and stuff we did, we used to just dump antifreeze down the drain because my boss told so. He was too cheap to pay any type of recovering fee, which I thought was very disgusting and despicable. But
sure you did, but you did it anyway. I was only following orders.
And we wonder why we're all getting cancer. Everyone's getting cancer, and we're like, we can't figure out why.
Dude, I had a polar bears are purple.
Yeah.
I had a Volkswagen Bug. I had a Volkswagen Bug that I made into one of those dune buggy hybrid Baja Bug things.
You made it cool.
Yeah, I tried. Ugh.
Was that when you were out in L.A. with the...
No, this was... Jimmy Jackson. Actually, they had dune buggies, of course. Why wouldn't they? And I blew an engine in the thing and had to tell his squaw that he was a homo. Think about it.
I got it.
I dumped the entire engine down into the sewer. I pulled up the grate, and somewhere in the avenues in Northport is a sewer with a Volkswagen engine in it. Just oil, everything just dripping out of it. But who cared? Who cared?
Oh, that's good stuff. Colin, why are you here, by the way?
My joke.
Are we promoting?
I
got it.
I'm kidding.
What are you promoting
I would
today?
beg for any...
Caroline's.
Really?
Would beg for acceptance. Stop.
We do that for 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Begging for love and acceptance. You did this week?
Don't just jump in like you're Mr. Professional, like you can carry on 2 conversations.
But no,
once.
I didn't want to step.
I'm so mentally. Yeah. You did this
I was
week,
paying
by the way.
attention,
Shut
Colin.
up.
No, I was asking.
Opie asked me in
But
a
I know.
civilized manner.
But
Nobody even introduced me that I was here yet, by the way. My
No,
name
you don't
is
have to. You just
The
you walk
voice.
in.
Hush.
No one
The
knows
voice
your
says
voice by now.
Hush.
Yeah.
Hush.
But no, me and Ant were talking about something. You guys did the plug. I'm like, why don't we
I know,
step
but I
on the
just don't
plug?
like you acting like you're Mr. Dexterity. Like, oh, by the way, what are you plugging? Like, I'm on every level.
And why do you need the big intro all of a sudden?
Yeah, what do you need?
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Sit down and start talking.
F
We'll
you
get to
guys.
your name
That's what I
eventually.
did.
Yeah, we know who you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to stop the show because
Oh, my God.
coming into our studio,
As we've been promising and promoting.
right? Sit down.
That voice, it would be like
Tell jokes.
like if Rosie Perez came in, we wouldn't have to intro her either.
So Colin's at Caroline's.
Rosie Perez coming in?
No.
Colin Quinn, Caroline's this weekend.
Yeah.
Tonight,
I would
obviously.
give out the number.
212-757-4100.
Yeah, for tickets.
No, I just didn't like Jim's new angle. Like he covers all bases.
Yeah,
It
it's the
bugs
way I
me.
do it, you know.
We'll
went to the-
We'll go to Colin now.
Yeah, but he just busted in like I can do 10 things at once.
And you'll be proud that they're still going old school out there.
Oh, good.
Nick in New York.
Hey,
What's
Nick.
up?
What's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
You're on the air, sir.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, no, I was just wanted to let you know that I work for an HVAC company. I'm actually going there right now. We still rent Freon this year. We actually bought it, like the Homer bucket or whatever from Depot, put a Freon line in it, and we just dumped the Freon into that, and we're still venting and stuff.
Do you know what he's saying? Because his phone was all messed up.
He's just saying he's still opening up the valve and dumping Freon.
Right onto the
We're
ground.
still dumping Freon. The 2 years I've been there, I never once put it into a recovery system.
Are you even certified?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. How did you get certified?
Dude, you are every helper I ever had. I used to call them no helpers. There was no help. It was like you just fall asleep on the insulation.
Let's say hi to Eric in Jersey. Eric.
Joe the AC guy.
What's up, Eric?
How you doing? Yeah, when I was in the United States Navy, I was ordered to pump 1,800 gallons of used oil into the ocean.
It's just
See, this is what's really going on out there. And then you get some dopey lady bringing her own bag to the supermarket thinking she's making a change.
That's
yeah.
great.
Just take the plastic bag like the rest of us.
I was ordered to dump 1,800.
Oh, ordered. I love that.
ordered.
Because he knows he's got to answer to God someday. He's
Yes,
like, look,
sir.
they told me to do this, God.
The only time he ever confessed was right now here on the
Yeah. I was ordered. And you will pump that fuel out into the ocean.
Yeah. Let's go to Dan in New York. Hey, Dan. Dan?
Hey.
Dan? Yes.
That's me, Dan.
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy. Hey, my dad's auto body shop, there was this one spot in front of the shop where we dump all the old oil and fluids and everything. Then my dad started growing tomatoes there, like after 20 years of dumping. I started giving the tomatoes out to all the vendors and customers that came by.
It's just one tomato gives you tumors.
It gets worse
I'm
and
gonna go do
worse.
this thing.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Now he's growing stuff for people to eat in the oil,
Poison
in the poisoned soil.
to the other vendors. Here you go.
How great is that?
How about a nice tomato?
Yeah, here you go. You know, you don't see anymore that you used to see a lot of the abandoned car. That was a phenomenon on the expressway, the parkways here in New York, especially.
Right, that's right.
The abandoned car
You don't
was
see that.
on the side of the road, just stripped and sitting there.
I wish one of my brothers would call. Brett tells a hilarious story. My dad was one of those guys.
He was abandoned car guy?
Yeah, a car got stolen, saving money, his insurance. He would dump them under the bridges, coming into New York City.
They're like stolen
And then-
or like on the road. You'd
Right.
see it on the side of the expressway, the parkways, just stripped cars.
Right.
You wouldn't even think about it.
But those aren't cars that break down. Those are cars that people are like dumping them.
I did that once where you crowbar out the VIN number.
Yeah.
I did that.
But then, and then my dad would come home with some ridiculous story. But we were on to him. When he got older, this is where the bit's going. A mile away from the house in a parking lot that we go to a lot. Friendly's up near on 25A.
Oh, certainly.
Across the street, a little further toward my house.
I'd throw fribbles on my back there.
There's our Toyota sitting there, and my dad's denying it's our Toyota.
Look away.
No license plates. We're like, Dad, it's right up the street. What are you doing?
Nope, that ain't it. Just looks like
we have
it.
license plates on ours. What are you talking about? Stacks was always crazy.
It had
I found the car. It had prints all over it.
It had a Geneseo sticker in the back window where I went to college. Oh, you got to hear my brother tell it. It's like, Dad, what do we understand if you're going to go into Brooklyn or the Bronx, but, you're getting lazy.
Left it right there.
Getting lazy.
Well, a lot of people go to Geneseo. It's a big school.
Yeah, that's probably what he said at the time.
I think a lot of cars, if you broke down on the expressway or one of the parkways, you knew your car was screwed. Like they were just roving bands of hooligans that would take the tires, the doors. Right. They'd work like ants taking apart a cricket.
Yeah.
It would really, they were very proficient at it, and that just doesn't happen anymore.
Dumping Freon is a $10,000 fine.
Yeah, you really get
and now we go to Indiana.
For that one.
Dave, what's going on?
Hey, man. Pardon me. When I was stationed in Virginia Beach in the Navy, as you may be aware, towards the end of the fiscal year, government agencies have to use their budget up or they lose it the following year. So we would go ahead and gas up the planes. They fly them out over the Atlantic, and they dump JP5 into the ocean, come back, fill up, repeat process.
Wow.
Repeat process.
Dump jet fuel into the ocean.
Repeat process.
Come back until your tanks are dry, and they could say, well, we need the money for this much fuel again. Repeat process.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Oh.
The blivets that hang off the wings, they hold like 300 gallons each or something like that. I can't remember how many tons of fuel it is, but it's an A6 used to hold about 18,000 tons.
Just
like that.
dropping full wing tanks.
That plane could fly from Virginia Beach to California without gassing up, and it was back empty in 15 minutes.
Wow.
Where else would you hear the reality of America?
And this is what, when I see, that's why, when I see Obama or McCain and they're talking about taxes and spending and stuff, it's like, you're all full of crap.
Just shut up.
This is business as usual. You want to cut the budget down, take care of that kind of stuff. Unbelievable.
All right,
But we're all going.
You do too, man. Thanks.
But we're all going green.
Yeah, we're going green, all right.
Yeah, we're going green.
That's great.
Yes.
Colin Quinn at Caroline's this weekend. We're going to take a break.
Enough fuel to fly cross country. Gone in 15 minutes.
Speaking of comedy, did you see Obama and McCain doing the funny last
No,
night?
I did not.
Stand up. They're funny guys.
You
got a
can
couple
see it on the
clips.
break. Couple of zingers.
Well, I want to get your
Only
opinion
one.
on the whole
I
thing.
know.
Singer.
As a seasoned veteran, I want to get your opinion on the whole thing.
I'd like to see it.
All right, Opie and Anthony.
We're back. You want to kick him in the balls now? Yeah, let's do it. The Opie and Anthony Show.
We got Colin Quinn in studio today.
Whoa.
Opie and Anthony.
What an intro. Now people know I'm here.
Caroline's this weekend, 212-757-4100. And I'm so glad you're here today because you brought it to everyone's attention about Jimmy and his obsession with his brand new camera.
I know, and he's
really
been
talking
turned
about
up.
his brand new camera for the last 4 days.
He snarled on me, too.
All he's doing is reading a manual.
I never read the
commercial.
manual. I never do. I just point and shoot. And my last camera is probably a good
Are we
camera.
talking about cameras now?
Come on, Carl. Don't be fresh. So I had a Sony, which maybe took good pictures, but I just didn't know how to use it.
I hear you. This is compelling.
This is the thing.
No, it is. It's good.
I go to B&H. It's a funny story. Big lines. I'm like, what am I going to do, right?
Big lines of Jews, right?
Oh, no, all people. The Jews were. I don't like to be stereotypical.
They know how to run that place.
Yeah, they sure do.
That place
They do.
is fantastic.
They run it like, well, anyway.
Well.
They run it like they learned that technique somewhere. Let's put it that way.
Holy Jesus. Right.
You know what? Hey,
Fight them.
for the people outside
What
New
am I,
York.
shocking this now? What's
For the
going
people
on?
outside New York City, if you make it here,
Very arbitrarily
make sure you
shocked her.
make sure
That's
you
great.
make sure you stop by B&H and see how they run that joint.
Yeah, they really do.
Pretty
run it.
amazing.
So anyway, my Canon camera is working very well, and I'm reading the manual during breaks and trying all the little options. I mean, I'm having the proverbial ball.
Yeah.
My new camera.
We see.
Some of those guys are fans of the show too, believe it or not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of the Hasidics
Yes, I
love
didn't
the
have
show.
to wait. It was a tremendous line. And I'm talking to the one guy. I'm like, well, I'm on the Opie and Anthony show. We kind of promote you guys a lot. He's like, I can't do it. I just wanted them to ring me up.
It's as low as it can go.
No, it wasn't a price issue. Boy,
course
I wouldn't
not.
even think of it.
All right, little Jim.
Oh.
So last night,
Instead of little Jimmy Norton, literal Jimmy Norton.
Literal Jimmy Norton.
Yeah.
yeah, one of his
Yeah.
many characters, Colin. Last night, Obama and McCain at this Al Smith dinner. I had no idea they were going to make jokes. It was way
isn't
better
it kinda
than
weird.
It was way better than the debate.
Yeah, but it's still bizarre that suddenly in the middle of this like heated thing where the whole country's crisis, hey, we have to live this tradition of cracking a few jokes.
Yeah, and where they're
kinda
just
strange,
they're
no?
bashing each other. But then the day before, the day after, but then they take a little time out.
But then they're following the roast format. They're killing each other. Then at the end, they're saying unbelievable good things about each other.
It's bizarre.
Wait, the night before, you were basically saying he's a terrorist, you're old.
Yeah. Kind of
you
like
picked a
saying,
seat
hey,
for your running
America,
mate.
Hey, America, we're not on the same page with you. This is all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Kind of what I was thinking, Colin.
Weird,
it's
isn't
like
it?
one day Bush and Bin Laden just sitting next to each other goofing. Hey, funny hat you got on. But let me...
Yeah, we're not in that. We're not in their club. They got a little
Very
secret
strange.
club, and they're playing us like fools. Here's McCain starting out with some Joe the Plumber material.
Oh, Jesus.
Events are moving fast in my campaign, and yes, it's true that this morning I've dismissed my entire team of senior advisors. All of their positions will now be held by a man named Joe the Plumber.
Joe the Plumber makes a joke.
Already,
That was quite a long setup for that one, boy.
My opponents have been subjecting Joe to their vicious attack machine. His veracity has been questioned by Barack Obama's running mate, Joe the six-term senator. He claims that this honest, hard-working small businessman could not possibly have enough income to face a tax increase under the Obama plan. What they don't know is that Joe the Plumber recently signed a very lucrative contract with a wealthy couple to handle all the work on all 7 of their houses.
That's a good one.
Making fun of himself, right?
Gotta give
You know, you got to make fun of yourself.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
If you laugh and the world kind of laughs with you, that's always been my philosophy.
That's Jimmy.
Laughter's the best medicine.
To bring it home for everyone.
Turns out Joe the Plumber is a fraud, huh? Finding out he's not really a plumber.
What? Hope he's Joe the pederast.
Yeah.
Or Joe the chicken hawk.
We were saying the same. Bravo.
Joe the pederast plumber. That's actually like Dora the Explorer. Joe the pederast plumber.
He was.
Look at Obama in that. I mean, he really looks like. Who am I trying?
A waiter.
He should be dancing on the steps with Shirley Temple.
Oh God.
Just borrowed.
I'm trying, baby. I'm trying.
It was at the Waldorf, so yeah, he probably just borrowed a waiter's uniform. I didn't realize everyone was dressing up. Can I have your uniform?
McCain, just all that skin tied up in that tie.
Just needs a satin pillow tied to the back of his head. Jesus.
He just tied his neck skin into a bow tie and spray painted it white.
White's just not a good color for that guy. He should stay away from the color white.
Yeah.
Everything just blends together.
He looks like a sausage tied up with string, you know.
McCain continues.
There's signs of hope, even in the most unexpected places, even in this room full of proud Manhattan Democrats. I can't shake that feeling that some people here are pulling for me. I'm delighted to see you here tonight, Hillary.
All right.
Good one.
That's a good one. Boy, is he nailing this. He's nailing it.
That was a good
Huh?
That was a good joke.
I warmed up to the guy now.
Yeah,
I'm like,
look
why
at
don't you
him.
do this
He's
during
got
the
some good
debate?
jokes, yeah. I wonder who wrote that.
Does he do any joke that says, you put Velcro on the ceiling? Does it end like that? Or 3 if you slice them thin enough?
It is a roast. What the hell?
Yeah, why not?
An empty boat.
I go to Norton. Who do you think wrote these? He goes, Voss.
Voss.
That's right.
Hey, Congressman McCain. No, he's not a congressman. All right, whatever, but I'm just writing. Bonnie, you told me he was.
Odds are we know the guy that wrote this material.
Yeah.
Who was it?
With a lawyer under each arm.
They'd have all the oil.
Yeah, he throws it. He gets desperate. Throws a couple of his jokes in at the end. They'd have all the oil.
And I'm dodging her. Nice.
I'm dodging her. And then at the end, he just runs out. Louie.
Louie Beans.
Louie Beans.
Louie Plumber.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long, long night at MSNBC if I manage to pull this thing off.
He is good.
For starters, I understand that Keith Olbermann has ordered up his very own Mission Accomplished banner. And they can hang that in whatever padded room has been reserved for him.
Damn. Nice, right?
I just hate the fact that douche Oberman is getting like he's a force to be reckoned with attention.
Yeah.
Sickens me.
Ugh.
Well, you're the one that wrote a whole chapter of him in the new book.
Oh, funny you should say that, Colin. Pre-orders available on Amazon now for I Hate Your Guts.
Wow. I Hate Your Guts is the name of your
And no
book.
one tried to make you change the title?
No, they loved
Awesome.
it. They loved
That's
it.
a good one.
That is a very good
Guts.
You have a picture of guts out in the front?
Yeah, and then me pointing at them like, yuck! Hating them.
Hating them.
That was a taste of McCain. You guys want to hear Obama?
Sure.
Yeah. White people are crazy.
Yeah, right?
Does he just go into that whole act? That'd be a good one.
I got to say, I think McCain kicked his ass last night.
Yeah?
With the funny, yeah. I think Obama fell a little short.
You see how white people walk?
So
there's a lot of white people here tonight.
So Al Smith was an old politician, right? Governor, okay, because Obama's going to...
Is it Alfred E. Smith or was it?
Yeah.
He's going to refer to him.
Of course I'm right.
He's going to refer to him.
High school when he was governor.
He's going to refer to him in this first joke. Al Smith ran for president in 1928. That's key as well.
28.
Yes. He's very old. Wink,
Against
wink.
Woody Wilson? Who was he running against? 28. Roosevelt?
It is an honor to be here with Al Smith. I obviously never knew your great-grandfather, but from everything that Senator McCain has told me...
How's it going?
The two of them had a great time together before Prohibition, so...
Why would you have a great time before Prohibition?
Because you were drinking, stupid.
Yeah.
And then McCain should have shot back. Like, yeah, I'm sure you met him too. You were serving the racist.
Yeah, one of those things. I'm sure you had a great time before the Emancipation Proclamation.
You would have said, shut up, cracker.
Yeah.
These crackers are hilarious.
In the last few weeks, John's been out on the campaign trail and asked the question, who is Barack Obama? I have to admit I was a little surprised by this question. The answer is right there on my Facebook page. But... look, I don't want to be coy about this. We're a couple of weeks from an important election. Americans have a big choice to make, and if anybody feels like they don't know me by now, let me try to give you some answers. Who is Barack Obama? Contrary to the rumors that you've heard, I was not born in a manger. I was actually born on Krypton and sent here by my father, Jor-El, to save the planet Earth.
Jor-El?
Oh, what a white nerd talking about comic book stuff.
Yeah.
He's already got Patton Oswalt's vote. Come on.
Jor-El.
Many of you know that I got my name, Barack, from my father. What you may not know is Barack is actually Swahili for Bat One.
That's a good joke.
That is good.
And I got my middle name from somebody who obviously didn't think I'd ever run for president.
Great joke.
Damn.
These guys are on fire.
They're
on fire.
Just put them in the comedy clubs. What are they doing running for president?
They should have been running commercials for this all week.
Yeah.
No one saw this because
great.
it just showed up on like some of the news channels in the middle of the night.
They didn't publicize it.
They should have pumped this up. Like, you're going to get to see these guys telling
They should
jokes.
Actually
pump it up
being
like Norton
human.
shows at the Wilton.
That's right. The Wilbur.
Whatever.
The Wilton.
What is the Wilton?
In L.A., that's a theater. Silly.
Well, I'm not in L.A. I'm doing
I'm
the
part
Viper
of the
Room in L.A.
scene.
Oh, Kyle, you're missing the
I
whole
know
thing.
Boss had something to do with McCain's thing because he said, could I buy you one of my houses?
Yeah, and Barack's like, I'm not going to say I got a car. Why would I say that?
They
Trust me, it never doesn't work.
They promoted the debate like crazy for
Yeah.
what?
The
For what
debate
reason?
stunk and that thing was great.
People would have watched
Those
this.
are great lines.
What? Could drop them off anywhere. Voss punchlines.
Yes. We had to put McCain in a rest area.
One more clip from Obama.
But I know Senator McCain agrees that some of the rumors out there are getting a bit crazy. Rupert, the other day, Fox News actually accused me of fathering 2 African-American children in wedlock.
Holy jeez.
Huh?
Wow.
How about this, Obama?
That's something.
How about it?
He's got my vote now.
These brothers better hope the brothers don't catch on to irony in the next 2 weeks. Look at that.
By the way, John, I'm just
After
curious, is
the,
Fox News included
event?
in the media? Because I'm always hearing about this love.
Just curious.
Included the media, because I'm always hearing about this love.
I don't get it.
I'll explain it, because
Fox
everyone's saying the media loves Obama, and he's saying about
See, Fox News wouldn't,
Fox News.
because they're,
He's right, though, the 1 out of 50
racist,
networks.
crazy.
Oh, believe me.
Yeah.
I was on Fox last night, just taping one of my many appearances, and they were showing Dreyfus and all these just fruity
The
liberals
Dreyfus case?
complaining. It's like, oh,
Dreyfus
Fox.
funds.
Like when they're interviewed on the red carpet, they all have to comment on Fox.
I know.
It's like, you've had the media for so many. You can't handle one network that not a bunch of bleeding. Oh, they make me sick.
It is.
One network that is slanted really conservative.
Right.
What a bunch of babies.
Now, going back to what Colin said, this was weird because the debate was 2 days ago and they're killing each other, right?
Right.
At this thing last night, this is what McCain had to say about Obama.
I don't want it getting out of this room, but my opponent is an impressive fellow in many ways. Political opponents can have a little trouble seeing the best in each other, but I've had a few glimpses of this man at his best, and I admire his great skill, energy, and determination. It's not for nothing that he's inspired so many folks in his own party and beyond. Senator Obama talks about making history, and he's made quite a bit of it already. There was a time when the mere invitation of an African-American citizen to dine at the White House was taken as an outrage and an insult in many quarters. Today is a world away from the cruel and prideful bigotry of that time, and good riddance. I can't wish my opponent luck, but I do wish him well.
He should just run that as a campaign ad now.
Yeah.
Just have Obama run that.
You should run some of those zingers. Are you allowed to use your jokes? They should both run their jokes.
This shows like Colin was saying, this is all crap in the end.
It also shows something else. Humor is the great uniter.
Colin.
And you know what? They say it's the best medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I could, I'm like a doctor. Just heal it.
Obama also said...
Maybe if you weren't reading the manual, you would have heard me say that.
I was going to bring that up.
This is going great. All the time. That was a great example of not listening.
We do it all the time.
And we don't listen.
There's nothing funnier to us either. It's just,
how many pages?
I got to stop reading the manual.
How many pages in are you? You could have read a nice book by now.
It's a nice book. It's about his camera.
No one reads manuals. What are you doing?
That's why, because I want to learn to use this camera.
He wants to know everything about it.
Yeah, well, I'm taking penis shots, and I want to learn the best way to really make every object around them look
It's just all about
forced perspective.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's an angle thing.
Jim,
Opie's right. You could have read a good book.
Good book.
I couldn't. I was writing one.
Oh,
Hey, don't give us
touche.
Don't give us the Jesse the Body answer. We're not going to fall for it.
Right.
That's right. He did say that.
Someone's a fan.
Hey, Obama in turn had something nice to say about McCain, but because we're like left leaning over here, we're not going to play it. So,
hey,
all right.
What?
Right.
No?
I want to hear it.
I want to especially.
I don't want to hear more sincerity.
say a
I
word
can't
of thanks
take it in this
to
country.
Senator McCain. We are in the midst of a tough battle right now, and American politics at the presidential level is always tough. But I've said before, and I think it bears repeating, that there are very few of us who have served this country with the same dedication and honor and distinction as Senator McCain, and I'm glad to be sharing the stage with him tonight as I am during the course of this nomination.
Nice. Not as good as what McCain said about
Neither
Obama.
one of them is good. I don't want to hear any more sincerity.
That was...
the jokes were good.
No, you know why? Because McCain was able to throw that race thing in, saying, like, there was a
but
time...
he could have thrown the other thing in. He could have said this man was, sitting there in the Hanoi Hilton for 5 years.
Yeah, he could have been a little more detailed on why his service was so amazing. Because McCain did bring up the fact that,
but I mean, who cares anymore about both of us?
What did McCain bring up that it was so great? Hey, he's not a slave anymore.
There was a time that where an invite to the White House would never happen, and now that's only my house.
But he's not talking.
Jesus. Hey, Chris M., you were asking Al Smith who he ran against? This is Chris's instant feedback. Got to read it word for word. Al Smith ran against Herbert Hoover in 1928. He lost. Really, Chris?
Okay. He lost. Thanks for telling us
Thank
that. We know that part.
Would have changed the All in the Family song. That's about it.
Wow, that is brilliant.
Colin.
Jimmy, don't look at me. Go read your manual if you're not having fun.
I was
I like the new
nodding.
zinger. Read your manual for Jim.
I was nodding in silent enjoyment of that joke.
Well, it sure didn't look that way from here.
Well, then you were misreading me. I was.
Well.
Yes.
If Anthony's not going to do his impression, I'm going to do a bad one.
Yes.
Reagan's.
What?
Well,
You know, laughter is the best medicine.
can't you do Reagan
I
as
just
Dice?
forgot that someone else said it.
Why can't you do Reagan as Dice as
Yes.
Bobby?
So I'm standing at line. I'm standing on line at the bank, and I got my tongue up this chick's, and I say, well, you know, we're at the bank. Whoa.
So funny.
Yes. It's Ronald Dice Reagan. Hickory dickory dock. This chick was my. Oh.
Now, just please, I hate to put you, I hate to make a human jukebox out of you, but can you do Dice, given the Reagan debate with the other guy, but you won't use his...
It's trickle-down economics. Why don't you listen to me? You give up at top, it's going to trickle down at some point, you jackass. What's the matter with you? Hey, go face.
I got a request. Could you do the space shuttle one? When Reagan had to talk to the family.
Hey, you know, these astronauts from the Challenger, you know, they reached up, they slipped the surly bonds of Earth and touched the face of God. You hear me? You know, they were here on Earth, and they're over there now. Now they're over there now. You know, they were here alive in the spaceship, and then all of a sudden, I'm over here now with God, slipping the surly bonds of Earth and touching his face. And God's like, get your stinking hands off of me. Puh. And that, what was the chick's name, the teacher? That hooah. What was she? I want to be on the spaceship. Why don't you stay home? Cook me breakfast, honey.
Krista
Macaulay Culkin, whatever.
That is brilliant.
Oh, you could do
brilliant.
You know the.
Hey, Gorbachev, take down this effing wall. You hear me? Set on your head. Midgets.
Oh, unbelievable.
Rocks. I try to remember Reagan stuff now.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't recall.
Well, the bombing, but that's just a quickie. The bombing.
Yes. Reagan had some good ones. The bombing starts in 5 minutes. Boy, that scared the hell out of the Ruskies. I think everything he did was calculated, though. Like, that was just for them to go, oh, my goodness, what, comrade, did he just say?
What was the 5-minute bombing one?
It was before a speech. He was testing a mic, and it was live. And he
the
said...
same thing happened to Norton his first 2 years in comedy. He's testing Mike Lang, and the bombing went on. For 5 minutes.
He said, we've outlawed the Soviet Union. The bombing starts in 5 minutes.
Well, how about McCain? Remember, he did the same thing. He's like, bomb, Iran.
Iran, bomb. What a hack
Did he really?
that was.
Oh,
Remember?
that's a real Annapolis, like, cocky guy. Hey, I'm going to do a Beach Boys song.
Yeah, here we go. Bomb Iran.
Yeah, he was testing the mic, and he did bomb, Iran.
He heard that on a morning zoo. That was a song that was a hit.
Oh, that was huge
Oh,
back
my
on the morning
God,
radio
really?
thing.
Oh, that was a hit.
Why wouldn't
That's
it be?
really
Maybe we
hacky.
can find the song.
He's right. He goes, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the
So
hackiest.
true.
Kenny in New York. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to. It's a little late now, but I was talking about McCain's new career opening up for Jimmy Norton on November 14th and 15th at the Wilbur Theater.
Oh, wow. Good thing you got that plug in. Oh, what's the matter, Jimmy?
Jimmy, what's wrong?
Is it really bad?
He's helping you out.
I feel like I've been gut punched.
But he's helping you out.
No, 'cause he got the dates wrong.
Oh, he did.
Come on.
Oh, God.
It's around there.
That's close. Your red time.
Oh, don't turn on me.
It's around there, isn't it?
It's close
Oh,
enough.
What
right.
difference does it make if people show up? It's around there.
He's
He'll probably
right, I'm
be
sorry.
there some of the other
No,
night.
he's right.
They'll just think Wilbur Theater, Boston, sometime in November.
Yeah.
That's all. Hey, here's
In the fall. It's
here's
beautiful.
Bomb. Here's Bomb Iran, by the way.
Oh,
Told you.
you really did.
I know this crap. It's relevant today, Kitty.
What McCain was singing? So basically, we're saying McCain listened to his Morning Zoo,
Yeah.
doubled
picked it up.
over from that song,
Thought it was great.
and started saying it to get his laugh.
You guys are missing the bombing. The bombing's going on.
Oh. And
Why do I smell scorch somewhere in this thing? I guarantee.
Bomb Iran. Still playing it now. Yeah. That was Bomb Iran. We're going to be playing that every hour on the hour, so stay tuned.
It's good, but it's no Back to Brooklyn, you know. Oh, sorry, Colin.
Oh,
That was actually a good tune.
You made our list of our favorite novelty songs, though.
novelty songs.
Playing them today over at Sirius.
Yeah, we could even play a couple after the break because Colin's here. Hey, something has to be acknowledged.
No, it doesn't.
It's about you, Ant, so of course it does.
Okay,
it
no,
does.
it doesn't.
People are amazed that you knew the Reagan quote off the top of your head. The space shuttle Reagan quote.
You know what the best thing
I knew it had
about,
something about kissing something up there. But
you know what the best thing about doing the Reagan impression is? I'll let you know a little secret. Mm-hmm. The fact that you can mumble and stutter until you remember. You don't have, because I didn't know it right off the bat, and you, yeah, so you could just kind of.
You still pull it out of thin air.
Hey, thank you.
No one has talked about Reagan in 10 years, and you had that.
Amazing.
You had that.
I'll be honest. I'll man up to it. That actually brought a tear to my eye when he gave that little speech. It was very touching. He was really good at doing things like that.
That's why they called him the great communicator.
Yes.
He knew how to talk.
Yes.
And he also got things through, I think, in Democratic Congress and Senate.
Slip the surly bonds of her chest. Didn't she? Nancy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the other day, you mean?
Touch the face of the dumpster.
Oh, she banged into a dumpster the other day?
No,
they like.
We seeing them no more.
They're big fans of
Don't
breast
see her no
cancer,
more.
Colin. They're huge fans.
Oh,
of
these
it.
two, yeah.
They're huge fans of it.
Oh, them too.
No, we hate it, but we try to bring attention to it.
Oh,
for the good.
That's right.
For good.
You raise awareness
Yes.
by mocking
There's
the
only
unfortunate victims of it?
Laughter is the best medicine.
I heard that.
Where?
I heard that somewhere.
Remember.
Yeah, I know. I feel like a doctor.
That's a good one, the connection between doctor and medicine.
Good
South
gravy.
Park did a breast cancer thing on the last South Park.
Good.
Yeah, one of the female students went to just educate about breast cancer, and Eric Cartman thought it was funny that there were killer boobies out there.
Wow.
The whole episode revolved around about breast cancer, pretty much.
Look what it says. It was right before a Rich Voss set.
Ah.
Well, that was in reference to the bombing starts in 5 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was the
Yeah.
Comedy Central was before
It's not
South
right when
Park.
it's on.
And Voss somehow managed to work his half hour
The
in there.
bombing starts right now. Ladies and gentlemen, to the stage, Rich Voss.
You think Matt and Trey are just trying to get fired at this point?
Seems like it.
You think they're like, oh my God, we have
they're
another 5 years in this contract?
They're
We want out
untouchable.
now.
They're untouchable until Chocolate News or whatever the hell.
Right.
Yeah, where black people
three out of 4
where
stars.
black people do
did?
racial
Little girl?
comedy that white people can't do.
Did you guys see it?
Linda Stassi gave it 3 out of 4 stars. She was saying how smart it is. If you miss Chappelle, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but
I love Linda.
she's great.
Every time I read her, I think of Norton, and I laugh to myself.
The dead
thinking
hand.
How mad. What dead hand? She has a dead
Because
hand?
she does a pose where she's
In
got
her
her
picture?
head on her hand, like she's leaning on her hand, and Jimmy insists her hand just looks dead.
It's a severed cadaver hand that she's leaning her ugly face on.
And you can tell that from a half-inch by half-inch black and white in a newspaper.
But the way she describes always with her friends, gut busting on the couch.
Oh, could you imagine the fun?
I just imagine the appetizer treats they must have at this event.
I want to be there just to have the fun that they must be having.
Bunch of pigs swapping jokes. She's she's just horrible. She's a horrible critic. Her opinion stinks.
Well, she doubles over with laughter.
Yeah, strap in the seatbelt one time. We get it. All black comedies are smart. We get it. You guilty Upper West Side bitch.
Just strapping the seatbelt.
Oh yeah, she did say that. Good thing I almost fell off the couch. She's just awful.
Yeah. She drinking?
But that's what's great about her. In the middle of like New York City.
You think that show's gonna be good though?
Yeah, I do.
No.
Honestly, I'm telling you, David Allen Greer has chops like nobody else. He can do characters. I swear to God.
Are you kidding? You sound like you're being really sarcastic without the sarcasm.
Has chops like nobody else.
Hey guys, give it a chance. I'd like to spit on you from here.
I have no interest in ever talking to that guy.
Why? He's all right.
Mark my words. That show's going to be funny.
You don't like him, or
it does nothing for me.
I'm going on record.
I'm not a big fan of him.
But his characters
are great.
Mark my words. I'm going on record.
Like what? Like who?
Like whatever the show is, I guarantee it's going to be good.
I bet they do a bit where they go back to slavery days, but they're still all jivey and hip-hoppy and really showing Whitey what it is.
That's cutting edge, Ann.
Is that one of the bits?
No, but I would just assume that happens.
Well, you know what happens when you assume.
Thing.
What, it's the best medicine?
No. But wait, how did that go? It's like we make an ass out of us. You know.
It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. We'll fix it in post.
Hey, Carmen gave a breast cancer awareness speech full of puns. It was great. Can we try to find that? Bobby D. and Brockton. And Chocolate News was on last night?
Chocolate News.
This person is saying it sucked. Hated it.
Yeah.
Was it on Chocolate News last?
Was it David Duke?
I'm sure it was. I didn't watch it, but I'm sure it was on already. Yeah.
No one watched. We're in radio.
But let's be honest.
We do
as much as I love South Park, without hearing this bit, as none of us have seen Chocolate, making breast cancer is not edgy either. Go on, let's play it.
Okay.
All right, we got to find it still, Colin. Jesus.
Find it.
Stop giving away our tricks.
Right, that's half of mine and Jimmy's repertoire.
Exactly.
No, but I'm saying that them doing
retards.
Just saying.
No one's disagreeing with you in 1983 shoes.
Hey.
Oh, God. Wow. The 3 black stripes down the side.
Yeah.
They're coming back, right?
The shell tops have made 2 comebacks since then, by the way.
What are those?
None of them are now, unfortunately, but 1999.
Adidas?
Yeah. It's all Run DMC shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
Sure they are.
Quick break. Colin Quinn at Caroline's this weekend. 212-757-4100. Look at the clock.
Someone moved it.
I swear to God, I thought we had another hour. That usually means we had a good show. When it flies by like that.
Did Doc set the clocks? Because then I'm late for school. I get on my skateboard.
Opie and Anthony. Hey, Down and Dirty tonight, HBO Midnight, Jimmy. How are you forgetting about your own show?
Because I found out yesterday that my book is available now on Amazon pre-sale. It's actually cheaper on Amazon. It's called I Hate Your Guts, and I attack a lot of people in this book.
Like who? Can you throw out some names there? Just to
Hillary Clinton, Al Sharpton.
Al Roker?
Al Roker gets brutalized.
Good.
Jesse Jackson, Heather Mills.
In the book?
Yeah, I attack a lot of people. It felt very good. Steve Martin. So whatever, I hope people dig it. Down and Dirty, I forgot about that. Yeah, on HBO.
Midnight, let's go.
It's
let's
either
get
Bill Burr or
watching.
Patrice's episode, by the way. I don't remember which one it is.
Either one.
Yeah.
You're going to do great. Amy, Dumb Girl, Connecticut, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey.
What's up, Amy?
Jimmy, assume me and make an ass out of you and me.
Wait. Hold on. No, I think that's wrong. So when I said, like, something happens when you assume, you know what happens when you assume?
Make an ass out of you and me.
It doesn't make sense. Why would... What do you mean?
Like how it's spelled.
No. Nah, it was some on The Odd Couple. It was like when you assume, it's like you're making like me as an ass or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, an ass out of you and me.
No. There's no Y in it. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense?
No, you're saying you and me, and it's like there's too many letters.
ASSUME.
Right, exactly. That's what exactly. You're saying like there's an ass, and then there's 2 other out of you and me. It's too many letters.
When you
That You know, where I learned that my freshman year of high school and my all-girl Catholic girls' school.
But I'm not, wait,
what's she talking about? When you assume what happens to you?
I don't get it, is what it is.
Yeah, what happens, Amy, when you assume something?
When you assume you make an ass out of yourself. No.
See, that's exactly. It's too.
Wait, you make an ass out of yourself. Wait, I'm really confused.
Out of the person you're talking to and yourself.
Right, we certainly know what that feels like. So an assumption is, like, when you make assumptions, you're making, like, what do you mean?
I don't understand what you're saying at all.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong?
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say originally?
I said when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
But why would that make an ass? You're just making an assumption.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're making an ass out of you and me.
Like, what's wrong with assuming?
Yeah.
Why would it make an ass out of me?
I don't think there's anything wrong, but I heard you say, you make an ass out of somebody, so I just wanted to explain what people say.
But if it makes an ass out of me and you, I don't get it.
I don't know. That's just what people say.
If you assume it makes an ass out of me and you?
Pretty much. That's what it means.
But how does that work out phonetically?
I have no idea.
So, wait. So who's making an ass out of themselves?
Who's the ass?
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Amy?
The ass is the person who's assuming.
Oh, not okay. So I would have thought it was the person giving the 40-minute explanation for what was done as a goof an hour ago. But you're saying that it's like both parties are being made asses out of?
I'm sorry?
Yes.
You're saying both parties are being made asses out of?
I didn't hear you.
Go through that again, please, the explanation.
Yeah.
When you assume,
we got that.
You make an ass out of you and me.
Okay, assume starts with ASS, so that makes sense. But what's the U for?
Yeah,
there's no Y in that.
There's a,
Or an O.
The letter U.
Are you driving right now?
Yeah.
Hope you're rear-end a gas truck.
Oh.
Do you listen to the show?
I'm trying to help you out, man.
I know. I just didn't get it. I think you're messing with me.
No, I was just helping you because you didn't know, like, you said I make an ass out of something.
You should die like Olivier's brother in the Marathon Man.
What did you say? Whatever.
Amy, congratulations on being homecoming queen, by the way. I'm glad I have the opportunity to congratulate you. That's quite an accomplishment for someone like yourself.
They had that at my school.
Yeah.
They didn't let us have it.
Tonight, by the way, is myself, it's Joe DeRosa, Russ Maneve, and Ari Shafir, and, of course, Patrice O'Neill. Tonight's Patrice's episode.
You got Russ on the show, too?
I mean, yes.
Oh,
Anthony.
God, that's awesome.
Yes?
I wanted to tell you, when I lived by myself in the apartment, I left the TV on also because I didn't want it to be quiet.
Oh, how about
God
that?
bless you, dear.
All right, Amy.
All right. Bye, guys.
Let's say hi to Grant in Pennsylvania.
I hate the fact that she's now thinks she had a great call.
That's the beauty of her. She'll call again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Grant.
Fair enough.
Hey.
Grant?
Hello.
Yeah.
Not Graham, like graham crackers.
Oh, Graham.
What's up, Graham?
Yeah.
Apostrophe.
What's going on?
What's up?
Yeah. Hey, Amy's got that saying right.
What saying?
The saying, assume makes an ass out of you and me.
I don't get it.
She's got, cause you got ASS, and then you know how people have on their vanity plates where they can't spell out the whole word?
Right.
Also, text message.
So
makes an ass out of you and me.
But
There's no and in there, though. It's too long.
And you spell you, Y-O-U.
Nah, instead of and, you just say M-E.
But see, me is too short. What do you mean?
You make an ass out of U-M-E.
U-M-E. So
who's U-M-E? Is what is U-M-E? That's not a word.
Doesn't make sense.
What does U-M-E spell?
It doesn't spell anything, but it sounds kind of like and. Instead of, you know how some people...
All right, Graham.
The whole word.
Graham, start over.
All right. When you assume, you make an ass out of U-M-E.
Well, where's out of in the word assume?
Yeah, it makes he's made this makes no sense.
Yeah.
I don't get
Instead of saying you...
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know. That's a saying, though. That's a saying.
All
it
right.
might not be... It might make a whole lot of sense, but that's a little saying.
Sorry, so if you make an assumption, if you assume, you're basically like all parties involved are being asses?
Yeah.
How does that look on a license plate, vanity plate?
Huh.
Well, now what I'm saying is just how they shorten things on a vanity plate.
I've never seen
where,
that,
like, they'll
ever.
Vanity plate?
You never saw a vanity plate that said assume?
Why do we even
Now,
try doing smart radio?
Instead of saying eight, ATE, somebody will put just the number 8.
Well, maybe they have to have a certain amount of numbers on the license plate.
Wait a minute. When I see ATE, that means 8?
ATE.
Meaning the number 8?
No, it's EIGHT, dude. What are you talking about?
All right. Cool.
No, like the letter 8.
Let's say hi to Malik.
Well, Graham, apostrophe. I was so happy you messed it up.
Yeah.
Malik in New York.
It still had some.
Yeah.
Yeah, what up?
I laughed. I didn't catch it.
Malik, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Yeah, what's good, fellas?
Hey.
Hey, yo, listen. Oh, how you gonna find bobblehead cartoon South Park funny, but not David Allen Greer, and he gave you characters on Living Color like the 2 gay guys he did with Tommy Davidson, Mr. McAtee? Next, you're going to be telling me Colin was funny and Who's the Man?
Hey, Colin defended the guy. He says he does great characters.
That was uncalled for, sorry.
Yeah.
I did a fine performance as Frankie Flannery and Who's the Man?
All right, Malik. You know what?
I don't think David Allen Greer was the funny one in.
Are you a big fan of David
It
Allen
was him
Greer?
and Damon, not Tommy Davidson, by the way.
Are you a
Is
fan?
very funny.
No, I was never a fan. I didn't think he was like the real standout on Living Color.
My cousin's skating.
In Living Color.
Yeah,
That's your cousin?
Yeah, Sarah Hughes. Yeah.
That's your cousin?
Yep. We've got a lot of talent in my family. Why is she skating today?
I don't know.
I'll have to ask her at
oh, no.
my
Here
cousin's wedding.
Here comes Jill with a bat.
I think they just opened the rink or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at that. They did.
Here's the breast cancer thing from South Park.
Down in
Fellow students, October is Awareness Month for one of the leading causes of death in women, a terrible disease that takes the lives of American women every day. I'm talking, of course, about breast cancer.
Jesus.
An estimated 1 in 6 women will deal with cancer in their lifetime, and breast cancer is the most common.
She said it again.
Is there a problem? Because breast cancer isn't funny. Breast cancer is killing people.
Mr. Garrison, do we really need all this potty talk in the classroom?
Eric, for the love of Jesus.
This is a serious issue, Eric. What you're doing is very offensive.
Me? You're the one talking about killer titties. Watch out, guys. Wendy says boobs can kill people. Arr! Gonna get you. Gonna get you, Wendy.
I don't want to get killed by boobs. Will somebody do something? Every week he gets worse and nobody does anything.
Eric, stop being offensive.
I'm just trying to engage Wendy in a constructive dialogue about breast cancer awareness, Mr. Garrison.
No, you aren't.
Wendy, you need to calm down. You're gonna get your boobs all angry and they're gonna start killing everyone. Dude, I'm on fire today.
Hey, we need that clip. I'm on fire today. Let's get that in the old replay.
Wow, who left the word in? Who was that? Iraq?
Iraq.
We can't do that one?
No. Maybe it's
sometimes
like
you can, I think.
Maybe. Iraq, did you play that first?
Oh, that might make... Yeah, I played the right one.
Ooh, Iraq.
Ooh.
Challenging observation, Randall.
Hey, good for you, Iraq. Good for you.
Don't take nothing for nobody.
Wait, let me see. Maybe
You're gonna stand for that one? You gonna take that?
Oh, I didn't play the right one.
Oh,
Look, man, I had a long night.
He's tired.
Where was the? Where was the? Was it near the end?
I don't remember. That's fine.
Yeah, we get it.
We get it.
Yeah,
we get it.
I just screwed up.
We gotta leave soon.
We gotta leave right now. That's what we
now.
Do. Now. All right, Colin.
Now.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Will you be joining us, Colin? I hate when Colin leaves. Like
I will stay, but not because I
Sinatra
want
on
to.
the Tonight
Only
Show
because
or
I always want to
something.
leave.
It's like the guy, like
All right, I'm staying.
Dean Martin, always had to leave.
Well, you guys do 5 hours of
Sorry,
radio.
Johnny,
you know,
I
for the
gotta
average-
go. It's like, where are you going?
Because guess what? I'll speak for every comedian except for you guys. All of us resent doing the other show. It's 5 hours of radio for no money, so everybody gets a little titty.
I understand.
Yeah, but you get the
I
plugs in.
understand.
You got a few more people in the seats.
I get it.
Over on the
But we do get aggravated by it. It's not
Sirius
just me.
XM side, we got Jason Ritter coming in at 9:45.
You want $5?
And
Yeah.
Toss you $5.
Yeah. $5
2
would
hours.
help.
Collins
All
and
right.
Caroline's.
$5 would help.
And Down and Dirty tonight at midnight. And Amazon.com for my book pre-sale.
Hey, Jim, could you be a little less
cheaper.
enthusiastic?
Come on, downsell.
I know, but I was being ironic. You assumed you made an ass.
I mean, but
I like to wrap it all up.
How fantastic is it? We were getting legitimate explanations. Thank you guys very much.
Yes.
Right.
Can I say, though, for years, I didn't understand that it was you make an ass out of you and me. I thought it was you make an ass out of you and me.
Yeah.
So I actually did get help.
No, he's completely wrong. Nobody says you and me.
You make an ass out of you and me.
No, you and me.
Oh,
you were right
was
the
I
first
right?
time, yes.
All right. I thought so.
But I thought when you asked that girl to back into a gas truck, you don't realize that would explode and kill her.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I should have said milk truck. Would have kept it a little more fun. Then she gets milk all over her. Oh, my God. What am I, a piece of cereal? You're right. My birthday.
Milk
truck.
Hey, for the folks in the Boston area, too, Catch a Rising Star, Patrice O'Neal's there. Providence, actually.
Yes, you stay home and watch Down and Dirty. You can see him tonight for free.
Bastard. That's not nice, Jimmy. Patrice O'Neal at Catch a Rising Star in Providence as well. All right, guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. The show continues. Colin Quinn made the walkover. Look at that. Thank you, Colin.
I made the walkover last time, too.
So not the time before that, Colin.
You're right.
You're
right.
And we hold a grudge.
You guys are unbelievable.
I walked in here and forgot it was Friday until I saw the multitudes.
What do you think I'm yelling TGI Friday for?
Oh.
And
I
Friday,
saw the people.
Fridays used to be the day where we would sneak out early because it's Friday. We we gave them enough radio for the week, blah, blah, blah. But now we can't. Can't
Those
let the
days
crowd
are
down.
long over.
Yeah. Now we have to stay all the way to 11. Thanks.
Where's my $5?
Oh, you want the $5 still?
He told me he's going to give me $5.
After the show, if I gave it to you now, you could leave and then I'd be out $5.
He's got a good point.
See, he learned that in Mastic. I just like when
with
Colin
the
references
cigarettes,
Long Island.
with the engines.
What Long Island town you want to reference right now, and why?
Bellport for no reason.
Bellport for no reason.
Bellport. Confused with Belmore.
He just makes it so...
Elmont.
Spionk.
Spionk.
That's one of those obscure Long Island towns.
Quag.
I only learned about when I started doing radio for BAB.
This is Centerport.
Aquabog.
Hey!
Oh, it's from Centerport.
But I'm not a clamor.
But I told you, I shot Crocodile Dundee 2 in Centerport.
Oh.
They had a big mansion there. I had one line in Crocodile Dundee 2. I'll tell you that story, of course, about the how I went to them. I had one line. It's like almost a glorified extra. And I rewrote the whole script with me as the co-lead with Paul Hogan handed it to
Did you really? Saying, look, this is what really needs to be done. They should have listened to you, though.
Did they find it funny?
Luckily, they were Australian, so they didn't fire me and ban me from my business. But I'm sure they thought it was
it didn't work out the way they wanted.
No, they probably would have been better off with me as the guide that I was in my version that rode Paul Hogan around New York.
That's funny, man.
I bet my version was horrible. I wish I had a copy of it.
Hey, Anthony was talking about a show called Life on Mars.
Yes.
Ah.
For the newbies listening in, it's basically a show where a cop
gets into a little accident there. He gets hit by a car, and he goes from 2008 to 1973.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a cop because the cops, I guess, assume that he's from another precinct,
right?
Transferred in,
right?
And he's got to deal with trying to figure out where he is and why he's back in 1973.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to get back to his chick back in 2008 because I believe she was ready to be murdered, if not already murdered at the time that happened.
Lisa Bonet.
Yes, Lisa Bonet. And he's got to work with these cops from 1973 New York City, which was, pretty dirty and gruff and...
Use the word gritty.
Gritty,
gritty.
Good, gritty.
Good.
And that's what the show is pretty much based on. The thing that bugs me about it, I really want to like the show because I like any kind of time travel type shows, movies, whatever. I find them intriguing. I think there's a lot of material there you could do. But they have to throw in these fucking references to the early 70s in a way no one would. No one walked around then and talked like this and referenced the time you're in constantly.
Right.
They do that because they assume, and I bet correctly, that the viewers of regular network television, because it's on ABC, are idiots, complete morons. So they just keep spoon-feeding them the fact that, remember people, he's from 2008, but he's back in 73. So we'll keep throwing these 73 references at you to remind you. I don't need to be reminded. I know what the show's about. I get the plot. Just fucking do the show. Keep it. I think a show like this would be great on HBO. I mean, the characters, Michael Imperioli is really good at his characters. It's greasy-haired, got one of those good 70s stash and sideburns going.
You know what's so funny? He's describing himself right now.
Yes. I got the 70s stash and the greasy hair. I do need a haircut.
It's tough to shower before you come in.
He looks like Michael Imperioli in the 70s.
Yeah.
All right.
Anthony looks like every 70s cop and every 70s junkie.
Oh, what a treat that would be, just to bust some head
on that show.
shakedowns.
I know. I feel the same
Maybe
way.
I could do that. Wouldn't it be great?
I took the police test. I got a 96. They never called me.
Oh,
it wasn't good.
I had the Port Authority police test.
It wasn't good enough.
Apparently not.
Maybe
you know who got a lower grade and got in?
Who?
I bet.
Big A?
No.
Oh, yeah.
The blacks.
Imagine if Big A was a cop.
Big N. You know how the world works. You know how the world works, Colin.
No, I think it was also something happened in between, too, where it was like...
drug bust.
In those days, they changed... Yeah, I think there was some paperwork.
Oh, Jesus.
So, we got the 70s references from Life on Mars.
Now you tell me if this is fucking overkill. They've done 2 episodes. That's it. 2 episodes, and there are how many references?
We got about 9 or 10.
9 fucking references in 2 episodes.
Well, let's hear them first.
Maybe one reference per episode that isn't a ham-handed, hey, look at my mood ring kind of a fucking thing, you know? Let's just get...
I'm holding out that it's done in tongue-in-cheek.
It isn't. It isn't. If it was, I might be able to appreciate that a little more, but it's not.
Here's the first one.
This is not my car.
So you ain't Sam Tyler?
I am. This is not my car. I was driving a Jeep.
You were driving a military vehicle?
I need my cell.
You need to sell what?
No. I just...
Well, that first one's... I saw that episode. That was it when he first arrived.
Right. And that's a blatant ripoff of Back to the Future, where Marty McFly goes into the diner and they say he's wearing a life preserver because he's wearing a down coat, and he says he wants a Pepsi free, and the guy goes, no, you got to pay for it. He goes, all right, well, they give me a tab. He goes, you can't have a tab. You got to buy something. See, that's kind of that same play on word thing.
Only that one was actually clever.
Right.
It was all connected.
But the 70s reference wasn't like...
That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. We're kind of gliding into it
don't
here.
let him off the hook because he's jumping to the mic to try to defend why he.
Yes, sir.
Sam brought up a great point that nobody would say, "I need my Jeep." They would say, like, "I need my car."
I need my car.
Where's my car?
I know you might say, "Where's my cell?"
Yeah, I would say that.
Strange. You wouldn't just say it to a stranger. Like,
and no one would say a military vehicle in 1973 if you said Jeep.
Here's the phony part: is that the responses were too obvious. Like him saying,
"Who's on second?"
Jeep. Yeah.
Who's on first?
You need a military vehicle? Like, he would just say, what do you mean, a Jeep? A Jeep?
The most unrealistic part of the whole thing was when he said, Sam brought up a good point, and we all listened with bated breath.
Or, you know.
And my cell. I need my cell. Gonna sell what? Oh, we get
sell?
it.
You're gonna
you
sell
know what a
what?
cell phone is.
It's a
we know.
cell phone.
Why don't you sell your phone? Don't you have money for heroin, which is big these days?
That's not Dallas.
Yes.
Dallas, Texas.
What do you need money for? The Godfather 2, which is coming out next year?
That's exactly it.
Cunt-face fucks.
All right.
That was not that bad.
Yeah.
I'll even agree. That wasn't that bad. I'm sitting there.
I saw
but
that
I was
episode.
going
right
like,
when he landed, but yeah, it was pushy.
It was a little pushy.
Let's go with the next one.
This is my office.
No, wait, right there. Bullshit.
Right here. This is my desk.
Hey, would you rather live in 2008? Hold on. I want to see these people arguing.
Oh, dude.
No. That shirt.
If you're watching this, it wants me to go back to like 1940.
That's like
Colin, it's Maury Povich, obviously.
1840.
What Long Island town you think
I
they're
swear
from?
to God, Maury, they're probably from the Danch, I would think.
The Danch.
I swear to God,
Danch,
Maury.
motherfucker.
No, the Danch.
Bentwood.
I'm saying either it could be Brentwood or it could be Newcastle, someplace like
Wheatley Heights. Doesn't that sound like a nice place? Ooh. Watch it.
I'm going to go with
Look
the
at
wine
Maury.
All right. Let's get back to this.
All right, go ahead.
This is my desk.
Here. So where's my desk? Huh? Where's my desk? Chair. My computer.
Your computer? Like Hal? 2001: A Space Odyssey?
That's
like
the
we got us a
problem.
regular space.
Say.
I thought that was nicely, subtly laced in there.
Subtly laced in.
It was just like Norton's joke about Godfather 2. It's the exact same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
The problem is the shitty writing in the responses. It's
Yes.
terrible.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
The acting is
We just
horrendous.
listened to it, the dialogue, and then this genius goes, the problem is the shitty writing and the responses. Right, that's what we hear mocking.
No. No, the shitty writing in the responses.
It's the sound quality.
Hold on, somebody needs to take the cotton out of their ears and put it in their mouth.
Oh.
I was saying the responses, not necessarily. He's not selling.
Come on. Don't let him off the hook on this one, I beg of you.
I'm right.
No.
The shitty writing in the responses is terrible. It's the obviousness of the responses, which are not so 70s. It's just, you need a Jeep?
It's pushing, and they're so noticeable and so distracting to watching the show.
But I was expecting it to be things that only reference the 70s. That's just fucking terrible writing.
Well, they'll keep going.
All right, we're getting there.
Going.
We're getting
Like Hal, which came out a few years
In 2001, A Space Odyssey?
Who the fuck talks like that?
No
Just like
one.
the Godfather joke, though. That's exactly what he did.
It really is.
Annie, get your talk of the grieving parents, kid, on. We found a missing twirl.
A twirl?
A girl. A broad, a chick, a dame, a lass.
Oh, of course.
Well, that wasn't that bad.
What clip? Why don't you get the opening music?
All right.
What the fuck did you guys get?
Who the hell said twirl?
We're almost four.
Yeah, a twirl.
We're
That's
almost
why I
four
put it in,
clips
because-
in and still not really proving Ant's point.
No, it's annoying.
Because
I know
he
it
had
gets
to
annoying.
explain other 70s references to ladies.
Chick, a dame? That's like 40s.
Dame, a lass.
Nothing
All right.
beats a dame, a dame, a dame.
Throw one clip.
All right, well,
Don't worry.
So far, the machinist is 0 for 3.
2 for 3. You're looking more and more like Christian Bale is what he's
I'm
saying
not
there.
gaining or losing weight.
I'm Batman.
Well, that's a good job, Christian.
Lab lifted a few prints off a shoe. They've been sent downtown. Should hear back in a couple of weeks or so if there's a match.
A couple of weeks?
Yeah. It's amazing what they can do these days.
See, that I don't buy. That's a ham-handed fucking bullshit way of doing that. It's amazing what they could do these days. A couple of weeks? Yeah.
What, in the old days it took a couple of years?
This is just these are reminders that when you hear a line like that, you go, oh, right, they're in 73. It's annoying.
The way that would have been okay is if he was like a couple of weeks, and the other guy was like, yeah, and or just didn't they acknowledge every little thing that he is a little confused.
It's amazing
about.
what they do here in 1973. As opposed to 2008, let's say.
They immediately pick up on every fucking thing that they're supposed to pick up on.
Thank you, Jim. That's exactly what I meant.
Even stuff that isn't the Jeep. A military vehicle?
Military vehicle? Why, that's impossible.
What is a string of Peloponnese?
Mr. Fabersham.
Fucking. I think you guys are missing the big point. I'd like to read you something.
Go ahead.
Okay.
The economy is in a crisis. War is destroying us, and there is discord among the races. That was written in 1871 in Austria.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? 1871 in Austria.
Changes, right?
Well, thank God someone came along and fixed that.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Go to the clip.
That's what I like to say.
All right, here's the next clip. Dow's down 200, but rallying back.
Yeah.
Sick of rallying. Fuck
The
the
Dow's
Dow.
down 200. Let me tell you guys something.
That was said.
In Roman times, they had a stock market.
How you doing, my friend? What part of my subconscious do you hail from?
Poughkeepsie. What's your poison?
Just give me a Diet Coke.
Diet Coke?
Scotch. Make it a double, will you?
Diet Coke. Now that would be something, huh?
See, what? Diet Coke? Yeah, give me a Scotch. All right. Diet Coke. Now that would be something. You must be from the future.
This show fucking sucks.
Why'd you sit through this?
Because I told you I want
agree.
to like
It's the first episode. I want to like it.
I want to like the premise. I like the idea of somebody being knocked back in time 35 years and having to like deal with shit like that.
I agree.
But not that
You're just waiting for the next Back to the Future movie.
Yes!
Let's do some scene study. You say, all right, I'll say, what do you want? You do Diet Coke.
All right.
What do you want?
Diet Coke.
Come on, what do you want?
Diet
That's
Coke.
how that happened. A Coke that is not as many calories? They've not invented that, have
That'll be the day.
You know who needs to be on the show? Diet Coke, Louis Beans.
Yeah.
He died of AIDS. Yeah. The diet chocolate?
Don't make us play the spot so people get it.
God damn, is that awful?
CW from Scranton. I like the 70s cars, sideburns, clothes. Don't remind you like that.
Exactly,
that
the outfit.
Yeah. The whole.
I'm with you, Ant.
They've done a great
TV
job.
about the outfits.
They've done a good job with the cars, although the cars are a little too well kept. Like as I'm watching, these are muscle cars driving down the road, and they're like out of that fucking what's that museum out in L.A.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like they came right out of a museum.
Because they got them from collectors, and they promised the collectors, look, we won't fuck up your vintage car.
They're just beautiful cars rolling down the street, no rusted out.
Yeah, but they can't be messing up the guy's car.
Can they make fucking fake ones?
Yeah.
Just fucking, it's La La Land.
How do you make a fake one?
No, it's
very expensive. So they
There's these slow-moving scenes where he's looking around,
Yeah.
and it's just showing you everything that's in the 70s. Everyone has an afro. Everyone's wearing belts.
We'd like you to show us everything that's in the 40s.
Giving peace signs.
Outside of Warsaw.
Poor skinny Travis. Poor slender boy.
We'd like you to show us Barracks 4.
No.
Oh, well. All right.
Which boxcar do you take home?
Jesus.
Uncalled for. It really is.
Can't wait.
You want to do another one here or what?
Of course, I want to hear them all.
That really annoyed me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be something?
What fucking bartender would say that to an asshole who ordered a drink that doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Hey, give me a fucking pack of goose milk. Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be the day?
What, asshole? What do you want?
Got some
The
goose
only
milk.
realistic thing was that Poughkeepsie really is a shithole, and even then it was.
Okay, maybe.
Steve in Jersey has some advice for you, Ant. Steve?
Hey, and I would say watch the BBC version. Just stop watching the American right now. It sucks.
But I don't know anything about fucking the 70s in England.
Exactly.
The fuck am I going to sit there and watch the mods fight with the fucking
Rockers?
Rockers? Thank you.
So you know a little something.
No, that's all I know. You're on scooters.
I bet the English version's good, man.
I bet
Just
they
like
only
The
play
Office.
Who
You ever
music.
seen The Office in England? I don't know English offices. That show was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So
Gervais,
maybe
genius.
Come on, give it a try.
Almost
Ant.
sounds
That's
like
all I
genius.
gotta say. What's that?
The American one's better. Carell's fucking crazy. The fucking 40-year-old
But he's right
version.
about he's right about life on Mars. I bet the English version is good. We should.
Yeah, but I don't know the references.
Well, let's have a watching party.
Maybe that's good because then it wouldn't annoy me.
You see what happens when you do know the references? You want to bite the TV.
You're right.
Jesus, we get it. Coke. Diet Coke. Wouldn't that be something? No, it wouldn't be.
What do you want it in a can?
Yeah, or in your can.
That's no
I love this new Holly song, mate.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
Let's do another one here.
And that's no small thing considering they were tucked snug behind bulletproof glass with no witnesses, no sign of forced entry.
Yeah, that's very cool. Hey, listen, any chance I'm gonna get sprung anytime soon? No, Laughing is on tonight, and I got it bad for that Goldie Hawn.
Look, see? All right, see? Well, I'm getting grunts from the fucking audience. That anytime I'm getting sprung suit, that laughing's great. But I really got in for that Goldie Hawn.
And even the way he says it, it's not even a New York accent. When he goes,
No, Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn.
This show
fucking bad for that Jessica Hahn.
Sucks my fucking unshaven pubic region dick.
I didn't think you would need to shave. You're very hairless.
I am, but I do shave my fucking bigger than you think it would be cock.
There is well, it's just what I'm giving you here is the shit part of this show.
there's other parts where I really go like, God, there's potential here for something.
Maybe when
but then they
Keitel
throw
talks.
that fucking in.
Dude, the acting is
when
awful.
Keitel is sitting there and he pulls out this wad of money that this guy didn't even steal. He's just saying, well, this was found on you. And the guy goes, no, it's not. He goes, it would be wet like me because, they pulled him out of the river. So Keitel just pours a pitcher of water on the money, pours the rest of it over the guy's head, and then takes the fucking money and starts smacking him in the face with the money.
That's pretty
That
good.
shit's great old New York police
stuff.
fucking roust the motherfucker kind of shit. That I like. I don't like this fucking, I really got it in for that Goldie Hawn.
The sentence should have stopped after, am I getting sprung?
Right, that's it. Am I getting sprung soon? He wouldn't be talking about what TV show he wants to catch.
Who the hell would say
Yeah.
sprung?
No one.
Well, that's you.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Oh my God,
What
Colin!
is that, Colin?
Colin came from outer space
What
and
is
brought
that?
some type of mysterious beverage.
What are you drinking? Is that gasoline?
Colin, for your listeners at home, he's drinking something called Diet Coke.
Did you bring that from home after? What is this, arts and crafts?
That'll be the day.
Wonder what Mayor LaGuardia would think of this one. Right? Fucking assholes in Hollywood. Fucking just die on fire.
Just put the fucking billboard, put a fucking thing on the side where it usually has the network thing. It's 1973 on this show. Just that would let us know. You don't have to ham-hand the fucking references.
Yeah, fucking
What do we got?
Another one to Peter in Massachusetts.
Hey
Peter.
there, Pete.
Welcome aboard, Pete.
Yeah, what's wrong with the cop shows we got?
They watch pretty good.
NYPD Blue.
What's some of those other shows?
Hill Street Blues, CSI Miami,
CSI New York.
Barney Miller.
Special Victim Unit.
Barney Miller.
Barney Miller.
Can I tell you a very funny line that Colin would do, and you don't do it anymore, which annoys me, is when you talk about your fucking how you're going to be the big mystery solver in your own cop show, and you're going to be on CSI Akron.
He would comment, but he's eating.
He's shoving food into his stupid face.
Too much violence for me.
Let's get
That'd
another.
be good. Your first show could be missing persons, and she ends up in my driveway. Linger longer. Linger much too long.
I don't.
I got it.
I want to do
Of course, Danny got it.
I don't get that one.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Apparently.
Spell it out with, oh. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, oh dear.
Oh, dear.
How about that Dr. Smith in Lost in Space?
I can't believe that show's been off the air for 9 years.
First of all, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Laughing was off by 73.
68 or 67, right?
Yeah,
Until,
probably
what,
rerunning now.
72?
He got it bad for that Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, do ya?
Like a guy wants to get out of jail to watch TV.
Yeah, to watch Laughing.
Fucking bullshit. Put it on cable. A wire? Why can't I put it on a wire that connects things? Fucking overreacting assholes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta go get it online. Are you gonna stand in a line?
What?
Who the fuck reacts like that?
Information superhighway. Is that off the Gowanus?
Just FYI, Laughing ran until 73.
Oh, okay. Wow, his last chance.
May 14th, 73.
Well, at least we know it's January, February, March, or April.
Right. It better be.
Let's do another one here.
I took a look at the file, Gene. The FCC has a better case against George Carlin and his 7 dirty words than you have against Kim French.
This show fucking stinks!
I can't be happier that Jimmy is so annoyed at just the clips.
That was bad.
These over-explaining faggots.
Yes!
How about this? The FCC has a better chance against case against Carlin. That's how you would talk.
You know, the 7 dirty words.
First
Yeah.
of all, no cop would say the FCC has
Maybe
a better
not,
chance
but
of...
No.
I'm just trying to,
This is horrific. It's the worst part of any show I've ever watched.
That's fucking stinks.
That's bad.
You take a show that people, I think, find a pretty compelling plot, and then just fuck it up.
They suck. They fucking suck.
They got it. You think if this was on HBO or something that they would be doing shit like that?
No, Omar would be busy fucking some guy in the mouth and then shoot him.
Yes.
Much more obliged to stick my gun in their mouth.
Sup, bird?
I think
What up,
HBO is.
bird?
What up,
Yeah,
bird?
what up, bird? A bird?
Yeah,
What are you talking about? A little flying animal?
He left the S off.
We got another
HBO,
one.
I think, is doing a 70s cop show called David Milcher's, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for them.
Based on a guy I know, Steve Kalura. It's actually a fascinating story.
What's the story, Carl?
Nice plug.
How about
story
filling
is-
everybody else in instead of hogging all the fun for
How
you?
is it a plug? I have nothing to do with it.
Shut up.
Oh.
Still a plug.
He said, nice plug.
Well,
Hey, he's more beat up than Evil Knievel at that Caesar's Palace jump. That happened just real short time ago because it's 73.
Look at this fucking book by George Orwell. Wait till that happens in 11 years.
So 1984, that's so far in the future for
Yeah.
us. Here in 73.
Holy cow.
Oh, God.
I fucking hate them all. How about a little subtle one?
All right, here's
a
a
subtle one.
This one's a great one.
A little subtle?
You can
Yeah.
All right,
That's subtlety.
We got a subtle one right here.
He just feels like you took his spot. But I wouldn't take it personal.
Yeah, well, I didn't request his transfer. It just happened. It's like Guantanamo Bay in here.
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never been to Puerto Rico.
Tim Trent, here is a DAT. You are free to go.
You gotta respect those who defend the Constitution. All hail the Nixon administration.
Guantanamo, it looks like he goes into the cells that are really messy, the guy from 2008, and he's like, Jesus Christ, it's like Guantanamo Bay in here. I wouldn't know, I never been to the Caribbean.
Like,
that wouldn't even get an answer from anyone. It's like Guantanamo Bay in here.
No.
Oh.
And here's how fucking horrible the writing is. If we walked in and said, it's such unnatural, fucking typical, awful LA writer shit. If I walked in and go, Jesus Christ, fucking hot as balls, were we in Africa? Would any of you actually go, we don't know, Jim, we've never been to Africa?
I've never been to Botswana.
You would get that somebody's just making a reference to a shithole.
Yeah, crappy place.
And the bit officially begins. Let's say hi to
But it's
Danny in
also supposed to
Louisiana.
be a
Danny.
joke.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Yeah, it is. Horrible.
Yeah,
Puerto Rico
that
and South Cuba.
McMillan wife. I bet Rock Hudson gets all the dames, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, look at that. We're watching McMillan and wife.
Yeah, because back here in 73, we didn't know that.
I wish I got as many broads as Rock Hudson.
Yeah, well, he's got AIDS. Of course he has helpers.
I wish my dad was more like Mr. Brady growing up. Not fucking in the ass? What?
All right, we got one more here.
What's that?
Lee got us tickets to see Grease. You know, it's been playing for a year, and I've been dying to see it. So.
It's been playing for a year, and I'm dying to see it a year. Because it opened in 72, and it being, 73. Oh, God.
Well, I don't mind that one, to be honest with you, because
No?
it is kind of funny like it's still running today.
But let me tell you something.
It's not funny. It stinks.
Let me tell you something.
I mind that one most
There
of
was
all.
no other reference to it. It was thrown in.
That was at the end of the episode.
So, haphazardly.
And that was it.
And that was
on
it.
to the next scene.
Yeah. It wasn't a part of the
First of
plot
all,
line.
I don't like the fact that the woman, once again, she's a female cop, and she's talking like some, actress from nowadays in the Midwest. Every female cop sounded just like Patty. And
Yeah.
That's how they should all sound.
Well, here's another thing. The female cop is treated by the guys like shit. No respect.
I know.
They give her the menial little tasks, but she is so smart.
Of course she is.
And she should be, she's smarter than the guys.
Can you please
Because they
just-
got to kind of make that politically
Can
correct.
you please just get my hint of doing the line as Patty?
Oh, I got you.
About going to see the play. Because they all
God,
did
am I
some-
horrible? You're right.
I didn't get that
You're
either.
right.
Going to see Grease.
I like the version with John Travolta in the movie that won't be out for 5 more years or so.
15.
15?
You
73
dumb cunt,
to
Patty.
73 to 79?
I stand corrected. Jesus Christ, I am such a fucking dumb 5-year-old boy.
You were
'Cause
talking
I was
about
born
like
in '68.
You were talking about like 1988 or something.
That's because you got your nose
That's
buried
crazy.
in that manual.
Yeah, you're listening to a bunch of talking heads like the band.
Jesus, I don't know what I'm fucking doing.
Well, with that, why don't we take a break?
Let's just do heavy-handed references to now, like they were doing then, and see how casually they fit into the conversation.
Well, let's make believe we didn't say that, and after the break, we go into that mode.
Yes.
I'm fucking gonna eat a
The
pretzel.
listeners and everybody else.
You having a pretzel?
Current President Bush almost choked on one.
Yeah, well, I remember that one. But that is, there's nothing wrong with that. That is just as stupid.
Well, can I just make one last suggestion? Can you please do Patty in Goodfellas? Doing like one of Henry Hill's voiceovers. Like to us, the airport was in our backyard.
Oh, I would have more gone with, "He touched me, and then he tried to throw me out of the car."
That does sound like
don't understand,
Yeah, it sounds like Louis
Daddy.
Louis Bracco does sound like Patty.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah,
without
it's
the
too
emotional
close.
range, she's fucking horrendous. She fucking wrecks everything she's in. I like to squeeze her tits and then just push her into an acting class.
They wore cheap clothes, a lot of pantsuits, and too much makeup, and they had bad skin. Good fellas. What are we taking a break? Come back? All right, man.
All right, we're gonna have Jason Ritter come in here in just a minute or two. He's in the new movie W. Also, a movie called Good Dick, out now in limited release. But I mean, if Jason wants to talk about this, we're talking about Madonna. A-Rod is now going to officially start effing her.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what they're saying on all the gossip sites. And we were talking about would you have sex with Madonna?
No.
And obviously for the story you would, but
for the star fuck, you'd have to.
Right.
But if she was just some bitch walking down the street, you wouldn't give her a second look.
You wouldn't
give her a second look.
You wouldn't go into it thinking, "Wow, this is gonna be great." You would do it because it's Madonna, and then you run back to your friends and go, "Holy shit, you're not gonna believe this."
Fuck Madonna.
Yeah.
Oh snap,
dude.
Oh snap.
But A-Rod is what, 33?
Dag. But he fucks everything on the planet. It's like he probably is bored.
He's younger than 33, isn't he? How old is he?
He's gonna be bored.
He's 33.
He's bored. You think?
Yeah,
And he wants into that 50-year-old pussy.
He wants to fuck a girl who isn't impressed that he's A-Rod.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a fuck about his $200 million.
You know, why do you have to curse so much, Joey?
Colin, would you
curse in front of your friends?
Colin, where are you at with the Madonna thing?
I don't think about it either way.
How about if she wasn't 10 years younger than you? Would you fuck her?
Oh,
she's a chippy for Colin.
You guys are out of line.
Yeah. I'm feeling you.
Where's let's bring in Jason Ritter from Good Dick. Roland opens the door for Jason Ritter.
Roland is the consummate doorman.
What's up, Jason? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
you too.
Hey,
what's
you
up,
doing?
JR?
Guys.
How you doing, man? How are you?
Were you just on CW11?
Yes, I
Okay.
was.
Ah.
Oh, cool.
Let's just notice one thing. Out of everybody here, because Jason rolls in Hollywood, the only one who was genuinely like, wow, his eyes pop was the legend.
I saw that
You
too,
didn't
and
know this
it
creep for
disappointed
no
all
Because he
of
thought
us.
you were tired. He was happy to see you doing something.
I saw you do a Stella show in New York a long time ago, and I loved it. It was really funny.
Thanks, JR.
Yeah, no problem. See, can I?
Colin is legendary, man.
No, thanks for having me on. This is awesome. I can't believe I'm here.
Oh no, you're in a huge movie. Being here, really.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Actually,
It really takes kind of a dip.
No. This is
Doing that.
This is awesome for me.
So you're in W,
Yeah, I have a brief scene in W.
and that is as George's brother.
The
Jeb.
golden child of the Bush family. Yeah.
I would guess the younger version of Jeb.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm only in the flashback.
Unless they
scene.
did some prosthetic makeup on you.
No, just in a flashback, he comes home drunk, and I slam him against the wall and say, "Calm down." That's my whole thing.
That's it. Calm down.
Yeah, it was very cathartic, though.
Yeah.
I feel like for me and for Jeb, I feel like that's
your
needed
whole
to happen.
part.
That's it. Yeah. So don't drink. Don't get a large Coke when you go see the movie because you'll miss me.
We're getting all
Wow.
we're getting
Calm down, you're wrecking your life.
Yeah, exactly.
How many takes did it take you to do Calm Down?
It took me quite a few.
That's funny.
To be honest. I was a little
when
nervous.
when you got one line and you just calm down.
Yeah, no, it's true. You way overthink it, and then you're like, all right, there's so many different ways I could say this, and you come out and it doesn't sound human anymore.
What's my motivation?
You're like, I'm going to pronounce the L in calm. It'll be great.
Calm down. Yes, that's better.
No, they do it like Life in Mars. Calm down. Your attitude is too fiery. You're going to end up in trouble someday.
You'll get us into a war.
Exactly.
Why you?
Yeah.
So you do that. Were you directed by Oliver Stone during this scene, or did you leave it to like somebody else?
No. He was there. He was pretty hands on, which was awesome. And
Were you freaked out seeing Oliver Stone right there?
I
Was he trying to act?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he hid.
It's been intimidating.
He hid, but I knew he was somewhere in the house, and I was intimidated. But he was so cool. He was like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. You know.
Yeah, he seems like just kind of like a mellow pothead who's I think he walks away a lot in mid conversation. Like, that's the type of guy he seems like he's just distracted all the time. And you'll start talking, and he'll just like walk away. Whatever.
And then you just go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All awkward.
Yeah, because people watch it, they see it, and they have to kind of act like that was the end for you too. You ever have somebody do that to you? It's fucking awful.
Yeah, and they walk away while
I've
you're
had
still
people
talking.
do that a lot.
It's humiliating.
Now, wasn't Jed like the favorite of the father, though?
Jeb.
But we don't
What
know
is
who
this?
Jed is.
Fucking
J.E.B.
You're talking about
John
the Beverly
Ellis Bush.
Hillbillies.
Yeah, what's up,
Jeb.
Colin?
Yeah, that's all right. That's all
It's
right.
Jed Bush.
It's Jed, but
Makes no difference.
No, he was the golden child of the family. Like
knew it.
everyone thought he was going to be president. And then,
Because you
George...
saw when he was crying, fucking senior was crying one time when Jed did some corny shit down
Jeb!
Jeb!
You
Oh, George
bummy.
Senior was crying. Yeah.
And yet with Bush, you could tell George and him, he didn't like George.
Jed's gonna run for the presidency.
Fuck, it's Jeb. It's you.
Jeb, but, yeah.
Well, we gonna do a little of that campaign in there, Grandma. Granny. I'll help you campaign, Uncle Jed. It's Jeb.
I know, but you know what kills me? Here I am making a big fucking sweeping point that could actually change the course of history, and you cocksuckers are focusing on one letter.
Yeah. It's an important letter when
Sure
it's
is.
there's
Let's go
3
back
in the
to
name.
Yeah.
It's 33.3% of the name, dummy. It's not like his name is Aristotle. Aristotle.
Did you demand to meet Jeb Bush because you were playing him? You should have said, like, I have to get to know this guy.
He didn't return my calls, unfortunately.
Well, what's his name? Who did we have on yesterday?
Well, another guy that had one line in the movie.
Cordry.
Cordry.
Yeah.
He played Ari Fleischer, yeah.
There are a lot of us who had just one line just because we were like, cool, we can be in this? Awesome.
Yeah, just to
Put
work with
our
Oliver
little
Stone, it's
stamp on it.
fucking worth it. All you should have done is just criticize his politics the whole time, like in between takes. Like,
Yeah, that'd work.
Yeah, you should just attack him for his shitty stance on Nixon, even if you didn't believe it, just to fucking bother him.
Oh, God.
Or just consistently.
That made me nervous, even the thought of doing it. I just got nervous sitting here.
Just argue JFK with him.
Yeah.
Just do that. Imagine how sick he is of hearing that.
JFK.
Yeah. You know, but dude, let me a minute of your time. Get this guy off the set.
You're as crazy as your mother.
So you have a small part, but it is a part in the movie.
It is a
and
part.
what research did you do on Jeb?
I just watched a lot of videos and read a lot of books and tried to figure out mainly what was happening in that time period for him. You'll be interested to know that it was like a little rebellious period for him, which was very
Him
short.
too, yeah.
Yeah, well, George was an alcoholic for many, many years, but Jeb, he had a tiny little short window where he smoked a little weed and joined the Socialist Club at his school.
Really?
He was about to register as a conscientious objector to the Vietnam War and said, "Hey, Dad, is that cool?" And his dad was like... Well, he went to the Vietnam War. He did go because his dad said, "You can. I'm about to run. It would be helpful if you just went." So he was he was always the good boy. So he pleased his father.
You know, it's just that name now has been so screwed that he does not ever have a chance in hell of ever being the president.
Yeah, that's a sad thing. There's I read a little like a conversation between Jeb and George W. where George W. said, "You know, I never grew up wanting to be president of the United States," and Jeb said, "I did."
Yeah, I did. Really? And boy, you really screwed that up for me.
Thanks a
George
lot,
said,
bro.
"Yeah, you did."
Yeah.
Plus, he went to Vietnam, and George didn't. It's so weird.
Yeah, George.
He was busy here. He was in the National Guard.
With Oliver Stone.
That'd be a great.
You're not a fucking firing squad, Bonds. Bonds.
That'd be a great platform for Jeb to run under. I'm neither one of those assholes.
Right, exactly. I'm the hope. Yeah, yeah.
No, Jason's in W, but he's also in this movie called Good Dick. I got a copy yesterday. I did not see it.
That's cool.
I thought you were coming in next week.
No problem.
I want to see it, but I'm hearing good things about Good Dick, and he stars in this thing.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
That's the main reason he's here.
They laugh at the title.
I play the title character. Also, I'd
Good
like
Dick.
everyone to know. Yeah.
Because you know the audience knew right when Opie said that it will be isolated as a clip that will be on my sound machine, and I will be able to have Opie go, I heard good things about
Good Dick.
Good Dick. And yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
So what's that about?
It's basically
No. What's Good Dick all about?
Yeah. Don't try to avoid it.
Yeah.
Jim, maybe you can enlighten us.
Well, it depends on how passable the tranny is. Yeah. It's not gay if there's a skirt over it. All right.
No, it's basically about my character works in this video store, and this woman comes in every day and does nothing but rent erotica and then go home. So I get a little obsessed with her and. Do what you normally do in that situation. You look up her address on the computer. And,
You know what the funniest part about that was? We'll listen to his explanation. He goes, she rents erotica, and everyone's eyes got serious. Like, okay, now this is
all right.
this is something we need to hear about. The whole fucking place was quiet. Like,
no, yeah, don't be fooled by the title. There's no penises in this movie flopping around. It's very straightforward.
So you become, as a guy, like really turned on by the fact that this dirty girl is renting pornography.
That's exactly
fucking nice.
That's exactly right.
You can research with Jimmy,
who's co-starring. So it's really based on her inner thoughts.
Yeah, Mariana Palka, who wrote and directed it, is starring with me.
Are you the bull in the movie?
I think so. I'm not 100%.
Do you know what the bull does?
We're obsessed with cuckolding on this show. Cuckolding is like a lot of guys want to watch their wives have sex with other people.
Oh, I see.
I don't know who these lot of guys are.
Well, there's
plenty of them. Everyone, please fuck my wife.
Well, why don't we take a survey, Anthony? We got a crowd out there.
Fuck my wife.
How many guys are into watching their wife have sex with another guy?
Wow. So it's not big with this
Look at those hands going up.
Not one hand.
That's because none of them are married.
30 guys out
enjoyable.
This is a bad question because they're all homosexuals.
Oh, okay.
That's not.
So you play. It's a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's renting. What kind of porn is she renting? Is like a
she's renting like silly '80s erotica, like like hey, we're in a ghost and it's filled with we're in a haunted castle and it's filled with sexy ghosts and they want me and or I'm an alien and you must teach me the ways of human sex.
They were ridiculous back then.
They were totally ridiculous.
Dumb friggin' 80s porno.
Yeah, they didn't
have time for
porno. They didn't
porno.
spend a lot of time on.
Just get to the point. Is pretty much where I'm at.
They spent a lot of time on plot, which is not necessarily what you want to do.
I like some plot though. If the plot was good, because it's like the sex. The taboo of the dirty shit, like, oh my God, she's sucking her uncle's dick. Like, it was so fucking hot.
It's like, you ever see, like, in Boogie Nights when he goes, you made a good film here, Jack. And he's like,
Yeah.
I mean, the directors want to keep themselves interested, too.
Yeah. And it's the anticipation. You're like, oh my God, a sexy ghost is going to appear any second.
One of the things I remember from my first porno was a movie with a woman named Kelly Mint called The Fur Trap. It was about a fur play. I walked to my buddy Roger's house, and I was so turned on I had to go into his parents' bathroom. I laid on the floor of his parents' bathroom, and I jacked off like with my head near some Indian people's toilet.
Wow, you were really fucking...
It changed my life. But in The Fur Trap, it was Kelly Mint
the greatest.
And another girl, and the girl seduced her, and she was like, no, we shouldn't. It was like that lead, and it wasn't just two girls burning their faces. There was like a sexy little lead up to it.
That's the anticipation. That's what it's all about.
But can you imagine this horrible prone troll lying on the floor of some horribly decorated Indian bathroom?
My friend, we were just sitting there.
Fucking
horrid.
I got up because my Raj, I don't know if he jacked off like I did. We were just sitting on the floor. It was so homoerotic.
Well, that's a weird thing. Yeah, a lot of dudes like watch that stuff together. I don't quite.
No.
This was the one and only time. Never again. I'd never seen a porno.
No, I understand.
Top load VCR.
I think a lot of people have done it, but I don't think a lot of people have really looked into what's actually happening in those moments. There's two dudes with boners hanging out.
That's exactly what it was. And Raj was sitting there. I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. And I went up, and I couldn't even get home. I lived across the street. I just went
across the street.
I swear
if anybody else said that, you'd think they were lying, but I believe
No,
it.
it's true. Yeah. My dick had to be taken care of, and I just laid on the floor. My back was on the cold tile, and my head was on the fucking mat with the toilet. Your feet go on the toilet.
I wish the audience see the dead-eyed stare as he lies on the floor.
Yeah.
My buddy Frank, who's a cop now, his dad had a lot of porn. And I remember there was a cool one. It was a Ron Jeremy one. They dubbed his voiceover, but it was shot on video. And that looked so raw and real. When you saw porn on video, it was like a crystal and alive.
Why'd they dub his voiceover?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Don't know. It's so bizarre.
Was he offended by that? Was he like, "That's my work. That's
I would love to ask him.
Damn you!
Because one of the girls who suck, he plays a piano teacher, and there's two girls, and they go, "Oh God," and it's awful, and they blow him. But one of the girls had braces, and I think she was so sexy. I'd love to ask him who she was, because he knows all the old school porn people. So I had to. My friend Frank was in his basement with a bunch of guys watching. And I actually had to find an excuse to sneak back into his house. Like with Frank, they were all at the pool. I'm like, I gotta go downstairs. I left my gun.
Are you shitting me?
And I jacked off in his basement.
Oh, wow.
Did you pop it back in, or?
Of course, I went down to put the movie in.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I just jacked off real quick. And I don't remember if I shot a load or if I heard them coming.
Do you think anyone actually believes those excuses of, like, when you're watching something like that? Oh, sorry, I'm just getting a soda.
Yeah, and
be gone.
Takes
I'll be
you a while.
back in like 15 minutes.
Come back all flushed and sweating.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tissuing off your hand.
To drink it in there. I didn't.
Yes, I apparently spilled it all over the front of my shirt. No, I don't think. I think they would believe it because back then, no one.
You agree to believe it. You all agree to believe it.
It's an unspoken thing.
He just has to go take a shit right now.
But that was maybe it was a shit.
A shit out of his dick.
Nobody
comes out white.
Is Norton? I've never seen him so alive as when he just started describing the porn.
Oh yeah,
he was so. It's like
it's his whole life.
Yeah, you ever see like in the Untouchables when you see at the end De Niro's crying watching the opera? You know, when he's playing Al Capone. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Brings tears to his eyes.
Little sympathy.
Yeah. No, but nobody acknowledged that they jerked off. So nobody was really, we were all just kind of starting to jerk off at that point, I think at 13 or whatever. So you didn't, like, it wasn't like this thing that everybody knew. Like, if you go for a half hour and there's a porn on, oh, he's jacking, you know what he's doing. And you won't care. But back then, no one, like, you acknowledged that we did it to ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So in the movie, she watches porn.
Yeah, she watches.
Do we get into any like what type of porn she likes, or is it just everything?
It's basically all that softcore,
yeah, the silly porn,
silly old 80s, and it starts off with her. She rents this one movie, and my character. It's the first time that sort of unspoken deal is broken, where someone's renting porn, don't talk to them, don't say anything. And my character's like, hey, let me just tell you, this one's gross. I just want to tell you, like, this one's not good. You're not gonna like. I know your taste by this point. He doesn't say this, but he makes a suggestion, and it's a little awkward. But
she's creeped out by it.
Yeah, she's definitely creeped out. It's really good. We were excited, and starting tonight at Sunshine for 1 week only. We're releasing it ourselves, so it's a very short,
limited release.
Limited release, yeah.
So it's only Sunshine's on. I want to say it's on Houston in New York.
That's right.
In the Village. It's
okay. Houston and 2nd Avenue, I think, or 2nd. Yeah,
right.
Look at Jimmy.
That's where Jerry had his premiere for Comedian.
See? Oh,
Jerry Seinfeld.
He just says Jerry.
I know.
Yeah.
And Colin just pushes his car to start it.
If I just say Jer.
You'll never live that down. You say Jer, pop the clutch.
Can I tell you how I call Colin. Sometimes Colin and I will eat at a place. And I called him one morning. I'm like,
by the way, this is a great story.
It really is. Dude. And
an asshole.
I got so mad at Colin because I called him. I'm like, hey man, let's go for some lunch. And he goes, no, I can't. And I thought he said I'm having breakfast with Jer. I'm like, all right. I'm like, so I just kept trying to talk, and he's like, all right. I guess my dad's card's full. I'm like, what a fucking douchebag. Like, he doesn't invite me to have fucking a meal. Like, what an asshole.
You can't invite someone if you haven't breakfast with...
finish.
That's the end of the story. He's a dick.
No, the end of the story.
Oh, someone all of a sudden has interest, don't they? I know what the end of the story is. I'm part of it. So I talked to Colin like the next day. I had like a mild resentment. I was really irritated. And I'm like, oh, gee, I was trying to be like, joking. I'm glad I did. I'm like, well, nice of you to invite me to lunch with you and Jerry. He goes, oh, no, we had already eaten breakfast. I was home. So he said I had breakfast with Jerry, so I fucking misunderstood him.
Oh, so in other words, he was able to think quick on his feet and say that he'd already had breakfast to shut you up.
No, because I could picture him No, he would love nothing more than to have me
rub
call
it in
and let me know he was out with Jerry, and then purposely not ask me, and then say to Jerry, he wanted me to fucking ask him to come so bad I didn't. That's the way he operates.
But Colin, would you ask Jimmy to?
Yeah, no, he would.
I don't think you
Here's
would.
what he would do.
I don't think you
he
would.
would go, "Hey, what's up, Norton?" And he would point to the phone to see if it was okay to ask me. He would point to Jerry. Like,
and Jerry would go, "No, Colin,
I would do it exactly like that, but there's enough truth to that I have to. There's an organic truth to that.
Whereas if it was me and Kyle out to lunch and Jerry called, he would not only go, "Hey, Jerry, do you want to go to lunch?" But if Jerry said, "Can you get alone?" he'd go, "Norton, I got to go." And he'd leave me at the fucking table.
Jerry! Not like Rupert Pupkin. Jerry!
Jerry! Jerry!
No, Jerry.
Come over your house. We'll do some work.
That's all right. I'm going to be twice as famous as you.
Yeah.
That movie's so
That
good.
was one of those movies
God
that give you
damn.
that embarrassing feeling when you watch Rupert Pupkin.
I
we were talking about that
guarantee-
embarrassing feeling you get King of Comedy.
Oh God! Oh God!
I guarantee Norton's first 5 minutes were no fucking better than Rupert Pupkin's on
They
the Tonight
weren't.
Show.
Yeah.
Like yours were?
Mine always were. Of course they were.
No, Rupert Pupkin's 5 minutes.
What's the matter? You don't want to graduate? Or just bad, mediocre material, actually.
But it wasn't as awful as you. That was the great part
That's
of
what
it.
I'm saying. To a fucking hack from Jersey, it wasn't at all. To a goddamn artist like myself, it was terrible.
No, a guy.
Shut up.
Who fucking talked to a tape recorder.
Quiet.
To cardboard cutouts.
Clam up.
Who
Clam up.
Actually, no, I'm going to get this. I've been sitting on this since 1982.
Clam up.
No, I'm not telling you.
Oh, see?
No, I better lose. I'll
No,
tell Jason.
I want to hear.
Hey, the
I'll tell you
commercial for your
after.
movie.
Tell me after.
Hey, the commercial for your movie.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Come on.
Where are
Will
you?
you please do? Wait a minute. How about this?
Wait, we're
Anthony, will you do
all right.
Patty renting from in the movie about the dick?
It's called Good Dick. Good Dick.
Good dick.
I don't want to see the movie with the good. I won't even say the word good.
No,
She's out there. Bring her in.
Yeah,
Good.
bring Patty in.
Could you do the scene from the movie?
Acting in the movie?
Yeah.
I wish I
we
saw
can
the
do that.
movie.
How old a guy
Been
are
able
you,
to do
Jason?
that.
I'm 28.
Oh, geez, I think you're like fucking 19. All right, so 28.
I shaved.
So you're old enough to be fucking. Patty's a little bit older.
I'll give her my
Patty is. She's
doing?
52.
No, but she's
She's a virgin.
Okay.
53.
Shit.
She's going to correct
Well,
you.
she'll give her a mic.
She's going to correct you.
Hello.
And
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Here comes old baby chicklet teeth.
This is Jason Ritter. He's in the new movie W and another movie called Good Dick.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
Good.
So you're in movies.
I've been in a couple.
Wow.
But yeah, the two are coming out today, so that's why I'm here.
So you're into you're in Sharks? I mean, you know what I mean. Well, you could say that.
Yeah, Patty, you can talk to him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Talk to him.
Oh, I'll come see him.
Yeah, good. The one at the Sunshine Cinema tonight for
He's
1 week
freaked out.
only. So
Where is that? I've never heard of it.
it's on Houston and Second, like
okay.
sort of in the downtown.
Way out east.
Yeah,
Okay.
east.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, downtown
Out
East
what?
Village.
Out
It's
east.
out
Did she say
east.
out
It's
east?
on the
Yeah,
east
it's
side of
Montauk.
the
They're playing on the side of
Yes,
the
it-
lighthouse, dummy. What do you?
Lower East Side.
No one has ever said out east.
Never.
Referring
Out
to
east.
Manhattan.
Out
Say
east
out
means you're
west.
crossing a
Say
bridge.
out east.
You're
Say
going
out
through a
east.
tunnel.
Colin,
It's
help
just a
me.
brutal attack.
That's all right. No, it is
Launch
east.
missiles.
It's east and it's outside.
Jason,
Yeah.
it's not all right. She's stupid, and we have to point
Hey,
it out.
no,
She
I don't
says,
think. I
she
don't
walked
agree
in,
with that.
so you're in movies.
Right.
Patty, come on, you do
Patty.
better than that.
No, I'm saying.
Why are you crossing your arms? You nervous to
Norton,
be
why
in
don't
front
you
of
make
Jason
it do the
Ritter?
scene? Do you do the scene with her? You play Jason and she play the girl in the movie.
Is it a talkie?
I'm not that old.
Really?
Oh, well, thanks for the
And those
improv.
of you with headphones, Patty's.
Yeah, but
Patty's
definitely come
improv
out. When is it playing tonight?
That's not true.
Yeah, it is playing tonight. It's playing. I think. Yeah, it's playing tonight, and it'll be there for all week until Thursday.
You know, Jason was just telling us that he doesn't have anyone to go with tonight for
He's like,
the big
why-
premiere
like,
of the movie.
A good-looking dude like this is a celebrity, and he's having trouble getting
Yeah,
a date.
he was
likes
just
older
saying
women.
that
That's why we
before
brought
he
you
got in here.
Oh, I don't think he means older women my age.
Well, you're older, aren't you? He's 28. I thought he was younger. He's 28.
Jason, you would take her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, I'll be a date.
Okay, that'd be great. I hope you like the movie. It'll.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I will.
He's like, oh,
Okay,
you
cool.
son of a bitch. Why are you doing this to me?
He's grateful.
Imagine.
No, we could all go. Let's all.
Yeah, let's all go. Exactly. Could you see her
no,
walking in on your arm?
Yeah,
no problem.
no, this is good. I like that.
He's a handsome guy, right?
The more people that see the movie, the
Very
better.
good looking, yeah.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
very good
You know what?
looking.
You know, we're not used to hanging out with good people. Jason's good people. He's a good person.
Yeah.
We'd be like scrabbed.
Hasn't just been beaten down by the business yet, like everybody else.
Why the hell? Why do you guys? Why don't you guys just describe my height and weight while you're at it?
Yeah, you know, beaten down by the business, bitter.
You know, bad people. When he's the good people, he's like the innocent young thing. I'm like,
like nasty Colin Quinn.
Right. Just bitter.
You guys have some nerve.
Colin's gruff.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with your height and weight.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Nothing wrong with your height and weight.
Please finish for us.
That's all I got.
Yeah, go ahead. Watch.
Nothing.
He was just floating out there hoping somebody else could smash.
Nothing wrong with his height and weight.
No.
And then it's actually started and then you add in something that's insanely big.
Or if you're on and you name another planet with different
right,
rotation,
right.
yeah.
You're standing next to Big A. You know.
Yeah.
Your height and weight proportionate if you're made of lead.
Patty, any other questions for Jason?
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I'll come out and see the movie tonight.
Right.
Okay.
And what time does it start?
You know damn well
it
it's not going to
starts.
happen.
I think it starts at 7. There's one at 7. Oh gosh, I'm not 100% sure. One's at 9. I should probably know this.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Just show up at 6 and.
There's 2 shows tonight.
Is that your publicist out there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss, do you know?
Oh, miss.
It's a 6:30 show and a 9 p.m. show.
6:30 at the Sunshine?
Yes, at the Sunshine Cinemas.
Hey, is Jason doing?
And we'll be there for Q&As and stuff
he'll
like
be at
that.
Q&As for both screenings.
Is Jason doing well so far?
He's doing awesome. Jason is like the nicest person in the world.
Yeah, we're not used to hanging around with nice people.
Are you a married gal?
I'm getting married.
She's lovely.
Married girl, are you?
A lovely girl.
Yeah.
She is lovely.
All right.
I'm sure that's not uncomfortable either to have like fucking 300 guys just staring at you creepily from bleachers.
And 300 creepy guys staring at you creepily.
Yes.
Every day.
Every day?
It's not exactly like the fucking Harvard rowing team.
Instead of the blue seats at the Rangers.
So, Patty, Jason's a handsome dude.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. I can't wait to see you in the movie.
Yeah,
You're not going to the movie. This is all a lie.
Yeah,
It's not true. It's not a lie.
It's a ruse.
You're not going with him.
Why can't you? You'd go with him, right? 'Cause
She
he
can't
likes-
afford
I'll
gum.
go on my own. Yeah, I'll just come.
Yeah, well, we'll all be there. There'll be a Q&A afterwards, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, that's
Jason,
cool.
by the way, we fingered her on the show 2 weeks
Not
ago.
for a crime or anything.
She's a virgin.
We fingered
Literally.
Her. We fingered her in the fart box and the
Did you
pussy
guys
at the same
did
time.
you guys finger?
Is that?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
Me and
Is
Dennis
there a
Hoff.
double meaning there, or is that
You and
just
Dennis
it
did
is
No,
what it is?
Quite literally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're on satellite radio, my friend.
I got it.
Jimmy put a glove on.
Jimmy
I thought it was like some
You
new
and Dennis
Facebook term or
fingered?
something like that.
Yeah, Facebook term.
Well, it brings it back to the movie because what's his name, Dennis Hoff from
the
the
Bunny
Bunny
Ranch.
Ranch out there in Vegas. He got the pussy and Jimmy threw it in her.
I don't know. If I didn't put a finger in because she's a virgin.
Theater of the mind.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
No
Yeah,
theater
okay.
for you then.
Exactly.
That's a blank screen, ain't it?
It really is. Fucking projector spinning.
Yeah, the old line.
And she's a virgin. She'll do anything but have sex.
Yep.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
And then when she gets close to having an orgasm, then she backs out.
She goes, I want to stop. I don't
Okay,
like
enough,
this. It's
enough.
weird. It's weird.
I understand that. I get that. There's
Really, do ya?
everyone's different. Everybody has their own things.
When
And
you said,
Why,
when you
you
said
are the
anything but
diplomat.
have sex,
The
one time my
consummate.
friend he broke up with his girlfriend, but they're still living in the same house.
Yeah.
And she
Awkward.
went out one night on a date, and then she came back, but they're still living together, but they were broken up. And he goes, "What'd you do? Did you fuck him?" She goes, "No, everything but."
Oh, wow.
ouch.
Oh, that. That's bad.
He said it was worse.
Yeah,
because
then you picture everything but that.
And then the possibilities are limitless.
Yeah. Oh man, one in each hand.
That's hard.
Friends were involved.
Exactly.
Everything
terrible.
but.
Oh
He
God.
said it was so much worse.
How?
At least you didn't bring him home. That would be even more.
That was the
awkward.
next
yeah. Now watch.
Yeah. Exactly.
Any ladies in your life?
Yeah, well,
Really?
yes, Mariana Palka, who wrote and directed and produced
right,
and starred.
okay.
Yeah, we've been together
Oh,
for a while.
an item.
Were you guys together before it started or during?
Yeah.
Sparks flew.
We've been together for about 9 years.
Oh my wow.
Are you serious?
Damn.
Yeah.
Do some math.
We
you were
shot
a
it
youngster.
in our apartment. Yeah, I was 19, she was 18 when we met.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Anthony, dog shit sniffer writes, this guy makes Brian Regan look like a prick.
Brian Regan's the nicest guy ever.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. We shot this in our apartment. We got all our friends to help, and I don't know why I'm pointing to that TV.
Yeah, you're pointing to a TV. I'm like, what? They do the Today Show from your apartment?
Yeah, there you go.
Or is
Down
that
there, the Muppets?
IO cable commercials?
Yeah, that's our apartment. That's all of us. It was like a really sort of homemade thing. That's why we're self-distributing it. So I hope
is it
people
playing
come
in
out.
LA too, or is it only in the Sunshine?
It was in LA last week. It's playing in New York and Columbus this week, and then later in Philadelphia, and later in San Francisco.
So it's Columbus, Ohio. This we're on all over the country. So
great! Yeah, Columbus, Ohio, at the Gateway Theater, starting today, and then October 31st in Philadelphia, and November 14th in San Francisco and Berkeley.
It sounds like a fucking hot con.
Cool.
David
Yeah.
Tell told me about a movie one time. It's a foreign film about this. She's like a foreign language teacher, and she goes into peep booths, like masturbates, watching all this dirty, filthy porn. I was looking for it yesterday in Barnes & Noble. I couldn't remember the name of it. I was hoping like some foreign movie box would
Really show you something?
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name if anybody knows.
Somebody will get it for you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Get the name anyway.
Plays with her vag a lot, apparently, watching porn.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of movies about like women and their relationships to porn, which
Sexy.
they do exist.
Yes,
you know.
When you know a girl
Filthy
watches
girls.
porn, they probably want more online. But it's amazing how hot that is. You know, like, oh, you fucking dirtbag. It's just so
I think that online is becoming more popular than renting porno movies.
You know what, though?
Jesus
Can I tell you one thing? Every Saturday night when I'm in Blockbuster renting a few films, I see the same thing. It's hard to get them on the VCR anymore.
The late fees. I could never bring them back on time. Yes.
All right, anything else for Jason there, Patty?
No. Where exactly on house? What's the name
You're
of the
not
Oh my God!
I'll go with
He's
my
not
own.
a GPS system.
It's at the Sunshine Cinema on Houston and 2nd.
Oh, okay, I'll find
She
it.
really is
All right,
great
cool.
for plugs, though. And what are the show times again?
And what is
I
it?
know
Appreciate
what
that.
it is, around 7, so, you know.
I can't believe fucking.
Or
Why
6:30.
but wait a minute, why is W playing on one screen? I mean, it's like with Dreyfus.
Yeah, that's crazy. Isn't Jimmy a tool?
Did you get to? Who's Brolin's in your scene, right? Or is it what you guys are?
No, yeah, it was me and Josh Brolin and Ellen Burstyn and James Cromwell and me.
Jesus
And I was going, they're gonna figure it out
James
and kick me
Cromwell.
out.
Don't do that, boy. You don't have the practice.
I want to know how
That'll do, pig.
fucking Stretch Cunningham from All in the Family got to be a huge actor.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Stretch.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, did you kept doing like Exorcist lines to Ellen Burstyn? She probably loves that.
Maybe you should keep away from Exley, boy. He doesn't like that. Lieutenant Exley.
He plays Bush Senior, right? The father.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know. I'd specify who Bush Senior was. Like people wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ellen
Bush
Burstyn was
Senior,
Barbara.
you know, that president from the 80s.
Back in the day, that
Yes.
retro
Life on
president.
Mars. Way back.
Are you watching Life on Mars? I've never seen it, and I'm obsessed with it now. It's that new Harvey Keitel show.
Now you have to watch it.
Yeah, I've seen commercials for it. No, my TV doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Why doesn't it work?
I don't know. So I think I was a victim of some kind of con. This guy came into our apartment and said, "Are you getting free cable?" And I don't know. And then he came in and unplugged things and probably stole some stuff and then left. I was like, that.
You are too nice now, I see it.
You just let a man
come
into your
on in.
apartment?
Well, he said this whole building is getting free cable, and I was like, oh god. And then I didn't.
Fucking gypsy.
I didn't know. Yeah. And then later the next day, I went around to all my neighbors. I was like, that was so weird. That guy came in and unplugged the cable, and no one else had seen it.
Oh, man.
It was a little creepy,
Was
and
it
it's never
Dirty
worked
Gypsy?
since.
When
so-
that happened?
That happened about 2.5 years ago.
You know what's good, though?
Wow, he's not a good cable repairman.
No,
You gotta call Larry the cable guy. Come on, back me up.
Get her done. Well, I went to this one guy's house, and
Have you seen that early clip of Larry the Cable Guy where he's like, I went to the store the other day. And
Yeah, where he's
Seen
not
that clip?
the Southern guy.
the sad thing was, I was fucking at that clip. I used to open for me.
Really?
I don't have to see
Oh,
clips. I'm
jeez.
fucking 90. Yeah, he was Dan Whitney. Dan Whitney.
That's
What
right.
used to work with me.
But he wasn't Larry back then, right?
No, it wasn't Larry.
We get it,
He used to come
Colin.
out. What?
He used to work with you and then shot to success.
No, but the saddest part was even like 7 years ago, he was calling in as Larry the Cable Guy, and I tried to get him on the line after the show. I tried to get his number with the radio guy to tell him. I wanted to lecture him and go, hey, that character's funny, but do it sparingly. Like, don't make it.
Oh, shit, yeah. You don't want that to be a whole gig.
$200 fucking million. I literally was going to lecture him because he used to open for me. So I was going to tell him, hey, man, do that once in a while, but don't make that your whole thing.
Oh, that's hilarious.
In arenas.
Right.
Yeah.
Sells out arenas.
Yeah, he would probably have told Guns N' Roses, stick with the acoustic. I mean, the electric stuff is
Yeah.
okay, but you don't want to get too loud. No one likes that anymore.
And get rid of that Slash guy. He's not good.
He's not good. He's
No one really likes him.
Yeah, get rid of him too. Velvet Revolver. Ah!
Oh, God.
What terrible advice.
Hey, Jason, have you
I do have
seen
bad
Have you seen Two Girls, One Cup?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
I will never be able to not see that.
We were thinking porn. Maybe we seg into the Two Girls. One
Coincidentally,
Cup.
that was done in
God.
Jimmy's apartment.
Yeah.
With his friends.
If you
Low budget.
That was your cup?
It really was, yes. I haven't even washed it.
Well, Jimmy, Jason's such a nice guy. Why don't you explain, what you like to be done to you? It's just sharing.
What, occasionally?
Motherfucker.
No, this is good stuff, though.
You motherfucker. You motherfucker.
He's a nice guy. You guys got something that is relatable.
He wants me to tell you that I've done some bad things sexually.
I've done some bad things.
Yes.
I've done some bad things.
done some bad things.
Well, you can talk
Jason
around it.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He's probably, he's a good kid.
Shower curtain.
You could. You had sex
I've been
in the shower?
tickled on a lot.
You've been tickled a lot.
A lot.
That's not bad.
No, he
didn't
say tickled.
He said tickled.
I wish my family would say I had said tickled.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Tickled is not bad.
Yeah. And I let him go. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. Good point.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Tickles are rarely yellow and smell like ammonia.
Or what do they smell like? The asparagus?
Well, only if you eat well.
So you're working on a project now?
No, I'm not. We're trying to release this since we've just been trying to get it out there as much as possible.
Now he's uncomfortable with Jim. He's like,
no,
I would be too.
A guy has been tickled a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Elmo.
tickle.
Yeah.
Tinkle me, Elmo. There you go. One.
Piss on me.
Oh,
Piss
okay.
on Elmo.
That's all right. That's not so bad either. That's not weird.
Really?
No one gets hurt.
All right.
He's fucking all right, this guy. He's
So
probably,
why-
because he's such a nice guy, he's probably a bigger filth bag than
Man,
all of
this
us.
guy's good.
Always the nice guy.
Behind closed doors, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, bitch, you take those
He goes
fucking panties
out
off.
and he probably just picks up hookers and chains them and abuses them.
You
and
know
then
who
fucking,
you know who he could play in a movie? John Edwards. Like
Oh.
the handsome kind of, right?
With the secrets.
With the secrets.
Yeah.
He looks like him. Nothing?
Nothing. Not
Nothing
up.
whatsoever.
I really do feel, honestly, I'll tell you exactly how I felt right now.
I'm agreeing
Like,
with
I was
you.
kind of, I know. But then everybody turned on me because it wasn't fucking vile.
Yeah.
I really did feel like... Honestly, I felt like I was just stepping it up a notch, and everybody turned on me because it was kind of,
Yeah.
it could have led somewhere nice and deep.
well, they're not really.
Fuck this joint. I'm starting my own shit.
The whole thing was he looks a little bit like, I guess a little bit like a young Edwards. I was picturing him with his hair shorter and just kind of
Yeah.
acknowledging what you said.
Thanks.
I didn't realize you wanted to make 13 episodes out of it.
Why don't you get yourself a haircut? Why don't you cut your hair? Show your face.
I do need a haircut, actually.
He doesn't talk much, your friend Henry.
Hey, John in
Talk much.
Virginia writes, Colin to Seinfeld, hey, Jerry, that sitcom thing is going to hurt your stand-up. Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. No one cares about observations, Jerry.
Right.
A coat, a sock closet. Who the fuck would buy a sock closet?
I've given some very bad advice. It's the fucking truth.
You really have. Horrendous.
Most of all to myself.
Yeah. What you should do is talk into a recorder everything you really think, and then play it back and do none of it.
Do you have any advice for me so I can watch out for...
Well, here's what you do. You go up to Oliver Stone, you go, you know what? I like some of your shit, but...
That's what Colin would do. Just look at Colin's career and do the exact opposite. of whatever Colin would do.
Colin has had
teasing Colin.
Colin's had
I don't care.
I love Colin
A lot of
Quinn.
it's true.
Colin has had a very good amount of success considering the human he is. Like,
what does that mean? What does that mean,
he's a very funny comedian, like an exceptionally funny comic. So he's gotten very far despite his horrendous decision making and his inability to play the game politely.
Ah.
Was that
you difficult to work with?
Yes.
No.
No.
I'm not difficult to work with when I'm in charge. When I do Tough Crowd, my whole staff to this day loves me and says it was the nicest experience.
What are we gonna
they had.
say?
Yeah, exactly.
But when I have to work with other people telling me what to do, I get upset.
It can be upsetting.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
get
don't like being pushed around. That's all.
rejection.
Ooh.
Don't like that rejection
Don't
thing.
like it. No.
You ever
that's
play
not my
take this
favorite
job
thing.
and shove it and pump your fist to it? I do it all the time.
Have you?
I think
Well,
about
I'll give
doing
you
that.
my problem is what I was just telling before. When I was in one line in Crocodile Dundee 2,
No way!
I rewrote the whole script with myself as the co-lead and handed it in.
That's amazing.
And expected them to do it. So, I mean, obviously I have
Fucking
delusions
thesis,
of grandeur.
yeah.
That's amazing. It's probably, well, you know,
Dummy.
we never saw that version of Crocodile Dundee. It might have done a lot better.
I wish we had. Jim wishes we had it more than I do, but can you imagine how?
I don't see Paul Hogan anywhere in this room.
No.
So, you know, you win. Checkmate.
It would have been the most. It had to have been the most horrifying version.
But
we've had a copy.
as Paul's fucking
well, because I read the script with Charles Dutton, and the movie was just like let him around New York.
But can you tell
But
us
my
what-
version was like me.
But tell
leading
us
him
about
around.
your version.
Well, I don't remember. I wish I could get a copy, but basically it was me like, hey, buddy, and this is Queens, and this is Sunnyside. Hey, you ever go to this Irish bar? Oh, here's what a mafia is. It was just like fucking horrifying.
Did you give yourself a lot of the laughs?
What's that? I'm sure I
Yeah.
give myself. Well, I
Yeah.
told you that trick I did to Jim Carrey, right? Where we wrote like Jim Carrey wrote this treatment, like a fake treatment, because we had the same manager, and I showed up. He was with his girlfriend and my manager. But this I did as a joke, and it was a whole treatment I typed out. We called about two Mountie partners, and one was like the crass kind of funny guy, and he was like the asshole. So it was like a comedy, only it's like insulting to him. And I just sat there, I go, yeah, I wrote it. And even my manager didn't know. He's like, well, you didn't even tell me about this shit. I go, it'll take him a few minutes to read these. We're at dinner. I go, nah, take 2 minutes. And he sat there and just read it, and you could see he's like fucking furious. He was furious. Like, who's this fucking asshole? He's like, every line was like, I'm the cool guy, and he's a jerk off. It's like insulting his like Jim Carrey skills, like, and then he does a stupid flip, but I did like really subtle, and you could just see he's getting fucking furious.
That's amazing.
And his girlfriend sitting there like bored, like this is so uncomfortable.
Colin, what a set of balls on
Then
you.
after like 10 minutes, he finally just starts laughing because he realized that nobody could be this fucking offensive.
Except
And he
Colin.
enjoyed it.
That's amazing.
It's so great.
That's great. And that moment obviously helped him do nothing for you. You should have just kissed his ass, stupid. You fucking ironic idiot. Why did you just tell him Ace Ventura cracked you up a lot?
Could have been in one of his movies, but no.
Yeah, Fast Freddy from Jamaica Station, Colin to Carlin in 1970. Enough with the cursing; it'll only hurt you in the end.
So let's go back to Jason. I don't know if this tone of the show's going.
Yes,
Jason Ritter.
yes.
You know,
What are you
Brian, you
working
should
on
stay
next?
away from the racial stuff. People don't go for that shit. Keep the tie on. Keep it clean. Boo.
So you must be working on a new project now.
No, you answered that already.
Anything going on?
There's a bunch of movies, independent movies that I've done that I'm hoping that will come out. You never know.
I hear they're called indies these days.
Yes, they're called
The
independent.
kids are calling them indies.
Yes,
You
exactly.
audition for stuff that you didn't get that we might know about?
Oh gosh, so many stuff. You know what I really wanted to audition for, and I didn't even get an audition. I really wanted to audition for Anakin Skywalker in those Star Wars.
Jesus Christ!
But-
Please, anybody but him.
Who was it?
Would
I
have
didn't see
been
the new
great.
ones.
It was Hayden Christensen.
Hayden
But it wasn't,
Christensen.
I mean, you know, in hindsight, you just think, oh my god, the opportunity to play Darth Vader before would be so awesome.
Yeah.
So those things like that. And the other one that I really messed up was I auditioned for Spider-Man. And
Really?
and it just was like
You sure aim low.
yeah, no, these are I mean,
As Spider-Man?
yeah, I mean, I never would have gotten it. It was like, but I just nerded out for the audition. I dressed up and tried to do the gestures of Spider-Man, try to show how much I know
shit.
and love
And
Spider-Man.
they did the gesture of the middle finger going up and saying,
Yeah.
"Take a walk,
I
kids."
was like, no, that's not how the web comes out. They're like, no, we're just giving you the finger.
Get out of here.
Like,
This phony even had a line in Spider-Man.
Yeah, you know what it was? I auditioned. And
Surly.
It's called hitting a home run.
Truck driver.
There you go, see?
He said he stinks and I don't like him.
Yeah, you know, he's like, he doesn't know, please. He walked in, he saw my face, like, that's the guy from Spider-Man.
I know, immediately.
You're in a blockbuster. Second unit.
That's true. I
Is it
remember
second
that.
or third unit?
That's the pivotal scene in
Teasing.
Spider-Man.
I'll be going through the same thing. I'm up for an
Second
episode of Kath and Kim.
Cool.
We'll see what happens.
That's awesome.
It's embarrassing when you. I'm not a good auditioner.
I am not
or
either.
Actor.
So
I'm not
why
good
it's
once I get it
embarrassing.
either. Do you ever see Ed, the show with?
Yeah.
Well, of course. See, I was in the 3rd episode of Ed.
You're too humble, Jim. You're too humble.
I played one of the 3 friends. It was me and Shuler Hensley, who's on Broadway playing Young Frankenstein, and another guy.
Like that legitimizes him.
Yeah, what happened there?
Well, you know, 3 men who've got a lot. And we played these 3 friends of Ed Kavanaugh, Tom Kavanaugh of Ed, that come back in his to see him now. And after the episode, they're like, you know, they're talking about a spin-off for you guys. And we're like, really?
Oh, no.
I thought we were going to get a spin-off of a show that was only on its 3rd episode.
You were spun right off the studio lot.
It was awful. I should have been spun into a condom and flushed down a toilet. What a desperate to believe something zero. Although I was in a pizzeria one time on First Avenue with a girl, and we were eating pizza, and they were showing a rerun of Ed, and we looked up, and it was my, exactly.
Oh,
it was after
that's
a
good.
Dangerfield set. You throw some pie at her, and hopefully she'll suck it. And then fucking the old Ed episode popped up, but her back was to the TV.
Oh, no.
And so I'm like, fuck. I'm like, oh, why are they showing this? She's trying to get her to look at it, so she turns around.
How embarrassing.
Yeah, well, there's that move where I would actually go to the bathroom and stand behind her and keep talking to her, so she'd have to turn around and look and hopefully see me behind.
As you're pointing at the TV.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is it? What is it, the moon out? You know.
He throws his hot slice on her lap, so she has to get up and scream and look at the TV.
Yeah, exactly. I scolded her.
There's one of my good friends had a part in Old School, and we were at this bar, and Old School was playing on the TV behind us, and we didn't see it. And all of a sudden, the whole group of all these frat guys who were at there, they looked at the TV and they looked at my friend. They all started coming over, and we freaked out because we thought they were gonna come kick our ass, because that's usually our relationship to frat guys. But then they came over and they swarmed him, and we still barely got a laugh. His name's Simon Helberg. He's on The Big Bang Theory now, but we've been friends since 8th grade. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever met.
Who was he in Old School?
He was he's the guy, he's one of the pledges. Vince Vaughn goes, let's have a question from the guy who probably won't get in. That's my friend.
Nice.
One of my friends was in that movie, too. Maybe you guys heard about him. Will Ferris. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferris.
Owen Wilson. You ever heard of him?
Yeah. And Jed Bush.
Jesus, Colin. Did you say Ferris on purpose?
Yes.
I thought so. I don't know. I didn't say Jed Bush on purpose.
Colin's
I didn't say Jeb Bush
very
on
funny.
purpose.
Yeah, we love Colin.
Yeah. I still agree with my great insight about Jeb Bush being the favorite.
Yeah. Speaking of Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy to act with. I got to be honest.
Oh,
what the hell
well.
did you do with him? Is he at the Wilton Theater?
No, he was on.
Although this is, why even explain?
Why would I do that?
That's right.
I ruined it.
I want to know.
Colin knew.
What was he in?
How old a man are you?
You don't remember?
Oh, the sketch on the show.
Yeah, your show that you wrote.
Yeah. How old a man am I? The man that put you in a sketch with all your idols. Like
That's what I mean.
No,
how do you not remember
yourself.
that? So I acted with Will Ferrell. When you put me there, dumbbell.
On your I didn't
show.
count that as a movie. I
That's how inconsequential it is to Colin. He doesn't care about what you were doing.
That's how long I've been. It's nothing to me. I met them all.
You bag of shells.
Bobby D. I've worked with everybody.
I wouldn't say
That's the
I worked
same
with
person,
him.
right?
You have been put out with a fire extinguisher in front of all the majors.
Bobby D?
Fucking
Same person.
Well, that's a little more accurate description.
There, Colin did. He put me in a fucking sketch with Will Ferrell. He put me in a sketch with Carlin, which is,
Yeah.
Please.
Wow.
Well, then you had, but how many of those, and how many where you just had to sit there with stupid Patrice?
I paid my dues in shitty sketch acting with fucking Voss. You know how many times I had to carry Voss or Keith?
Oh, Voss. Keith. But the difference is, Voss has shame spirals. Keith is so blind to his own lack of talent that he literally stands there like just numb to his own and he's just like acting horrible.
Does he think he's good?
Yeah, he has Keith Robin. He's a you've never heard of him.
He's a colored fella.
If you're a black guy from Philly who goes to comedy clubs, you still don't know who Keith Robinson is. He's a black comic. And he's kind of
cheat on him.
He's that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's like an over the top, shit. But But Voss just is a bad.
Voss, we did a scene once on the show, and Voss was
wasn't that with his kids?
With his kids, and his kids were actually decent, and he was just went through
awful.
So then they did a trick on him where they had Chaz Palminteri on the show, and they brought Voss in to do a scene from the Bronx Tale, and Voss is bad even with sketches with us, no talent. So he got shamed so in front of.
He didn't know.
No, but he didn't know Jimmy was going to play Chaz.
I was going to play Chaz's part from the Bronx Tale.
Yeah, that's what Voss.
Or a Bronx Tale.
I told Bronx. I said to Voss, me and you are going to do a scene together. So and he's right. He's getting nervous because we're going to do this scene. So he's like in the bathroom studying the script.
Freaking out.
He didn't know Chaz was coming in.
And Voss is the only dumb Jew in America. He's really he's no brains.
As stupid as they come.
He's like a Guido Jew kind of guy.
And
he's got tattoos.
So we set the microphones up and we go, all right, here we go. And I get in front of the mic and Voss sets, and then we just brought Chaz right in and handed him the script. And Voss. It was just he did exactly what you think he would do.
Can we play it? We
He
haven't played it in a
choked.
He
got that.
He shade spirals in front of us in the middle of the scene.
Now,
so in front of fucking Chaz.
I was hoping that the story was going to be that all of a sudden Chaz Palminteri raised the bar, and all of a sudden Voss became this incredible.
It's never a happy ending like that.
Chaz just jumped on the bandwagon and helped stomp him.
Colin, we got this. We should play.
But wait a minute, just a little more of a setup. Chaz Palminteri wrote this. He did it as a one-man show.
Yeah.
Made it into a movie by himself.
De Niro directed it.
Yeah, De Niro directed it
And De
as
Niro
like a
wanted
favor.
Chaz's part, and Chaz wouldn't give it up, so De Niro played the father.
So De Niro played the father, directed it, and Chaz Palminteri, his lines are delivered with such smoothness that you don't even think he's acting. This is just him talking as his life. And then the stark contrast of this fucking horse-toothed boob.
You have a picture of Voss?
It's just
so you can see him when he's doing
so embarrassing to listen to the contrast.
Do we have video of that to just pop up online? We could show.
Or at least a picture of that.
Yeah, we'll play this first.
Fucking hyena.
If we find the video.
Robert De Niro.
I remember he's surprised
when he sees in his directorial debut.
We can't accept that.
Starring Chaz Palminteri.
I didn't give it to you. I gave it to your son.
And Rich Voss.
Louie, Beans, I want my money.
A Bronx Tale.
Beans, you can't dodge me forever.
Come on, what are you doing about? What are you yelling about, huh?
John, I got a problem with this guy over here. Louie Beans, this guy owes me 20, and it's been 2 weeks now, and every time he sees me, he keeps dodging me, John. Should I crack him one or what?
The struggle of an idiotic Jewish comedian stammering his way through a few lines of film dialogue with a genuine Hollywood actor.
Listen, see, sometimes violence is not the answer. Is he a good friend of yours or not?
Nah, John, I don't even like him.
Well, there's your answer right there. Look at it this way. It costs you $20 to get rid of him. He's never going to ask you for money again. He's never going to bother you again. He's out of your life for $20. Come on, you got him cheap.
You're right, John. You're always right.
A Bronx Tale.
How do you know the right answer all the time, Johnny?
Well, I try to keep my eyes and ears open all the time, and I read.
You read?
Yeah, I read. Come on, let's go to Mario's next door and get something to eat.
Oh, wow. When he said,
Louie Beans.
When he said, you read, Voss, what you read, that was the one he delivered wrong. That was so natural for him to be shocked that somebody reads.
You read?
I was thinking the exact same.
Delivered like Olivier, that line.
You read.
You read.
That wasn't in the script. Voss just actually it came out.
Next week, Voss is getting all his teeth pulled out, and we're going to make him do his act.
Oh, God.
With no
in his
teeth.
mouth. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
if
going
you
down
could
next
call
week
those
on the
You saw
show.
a picture of him when he came in last night?
Oh, yeah.
Do we have the video of that? Like, we could just show quietly?
There's Rich. And
that's the angle of shot. He's so bad. We're watching Voss and Chaz
Voss
together.
is all nervous.
Oh, yeah. You can't
I want
get
to
the
see
full...
his armpits because I know they're probably just dark.
What's with this awful angle that they shot at? Fucking Sam.
Who shot that, Sam? Jesus. What are you doing, Sam?
I don't know. He shot from the floor.
Idiot.
Little bastard.
He missed everything.
He's an amateur. He should be back in Syracuse.
He's a rank amateur.
It's scorch.
Look, he's missing Voss's face.
Oh.
Sam should be fucking fired.
Sam stinks.
Sam didn't shoot that.
Oh.
Here's
Sorry,
Sam.
Do a little defense.
Who did it, Sam?
I don't know. I went there.
What do you got there?
Sam.
I wasn't
Every
even
day.
in town when that happened.
More and more
Sam's a rank amateur.
boondocks.
No, he's not. He wasn't in town.
He wasn't in town. All right.
I'd like to verify that.
Oh, Mighty, what's with that afro? It looks like, 1973 was
Wow.
Life on Mars.
Fucking shitty writing. So did you write this, by the way, this movie? The
girl wrote it. Don't you read the fucking paper? You yell for the paper. I'm not even on the show, and I know the girl wrote and directed it.
Good
Yeah,
Day.
yeah. Mariana
The movie
Palka
Good
wrote
Day.
and directed it.
You uninterested cocksucker. You shouldn't even gave him this paper. I read mine.
Yeah,
You didn't read yours.
his girl for like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
I know that. I know that they've been together for 9 years.
There you go.
Yeah,
Since
she wrote
he
it.
was 19 and she was 18. I hear everything.
Was she ever 17 when you were going out with her for like a week?
Well, no, we met when she was 17, and then we dated. Her birthday is September, so we started dating in October. So she was 18.
Well,
I was 19 anyway, so it's not like I'm
No, it's fine. I'm 40.
He's panicking.
I'm 40 and I never ask questions.
believe it. In this room, you really don't have to explain yourself.
Hi, mister. She's 18.
I do radio. Here's a lollipop. Oh, you can't get in the Escalade till you can say Escalade. Should have stayed exactly where I was with the lollipop. Hold it. Thank you. Summed that up. Oh, God.
Oh, that made me very
I
happy.
hate bombing.
No, where's the new one? Geraldo. That you used for
Oh,
bombing.
right. No, that's Opie uses that one all the time.
The what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Come on,
There's
Opie.
people in the water.
Yeah.
Geraldo.
It's fucking
over the
11
top
o'clock
douche.
already.
Wowie kazowie.
I'm in Reading, Pennsylvania tonight and tomorrow. If anybody's, oh no, Harrisburg, PA, doing a little gig, getting together some material.
Jimmy, what about your HBO show tonight?
It's on tonight at midnight.
See,
tonight is the Patrice O'Neill episode with Russ Beneve.
Nice.
And you can get I Hate Your Guts, my new book, on pre-order at Amazon. It's like $8 cheaper if you buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
So, you want to go order it? If not, thanks for nothing.
And if not, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
If not, then you get an extra $8, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, but what about delivery costs?
You know what, Carl? S&D, I don't get involved. You can talk to fucking Amazon about that. I just I put out the product and they,
And of course, Jason Ritter in the movie W, out today. You're in it a little bit.
Yeah.
You really want to promote this Good Day.
Good Day.
Yeah, Good Dick. That's what I'm going around the country.
W doesn't
distributing.
need help. W is fucking stoned. They're all promoting it.
Yeah, you'll be fine with that one. Let's get people out to see Good Day.
Yeah, definitely.
Sunshine Theater is actually a great theater on Houston and 2nd Avenue here in New York. So it's a 6:30 and 9 o'clock show. Is that correct?
Yeah, and we're going to be there for Q&As, but we'll also be there on Saturday and Sunday for the two shows then. So, so come anytime, and come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as well.
Okay, I'll be. By the way, where is it? All right, we get it, Patty.
Oh, it's out east.
God damn.
Out east.
Out east. Lower East Side is out east.
It was outside.
She means well.
Yeah, does she?
Yeah, she's just a bug.
Jason, now that we know you could trash her. Just do it.
Yeah.
She seems like a very nice person.
Just trash her.
He's not going to trash her.
She didn't do anything to me.
She's not listening to anybody.
She's a lovely lady, and I hope she comes and sees the movie.
There you go.
I never did nothing to anyone. No, you had other people do it for you.
Would I love to see Patty taken out like fucking Mel? In a good bolt.
Oliver Stone.
Yeah, you can't shoot a virgin.
Whoever said you was on, Patty.
He was a champ, though, at the end where he just goes, he knew it was happening. He just goes, hey, fuck you.
Best fuck you ever.
Yeah, he didn't.
Fuck you.
He didn't beg. Gets shot in the gut.
Hey, how about if
we
we
can take care of it? He's like, all right, look, hey, we're at the point. We can still deal with this.
He's like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Can't kill a cop.
Yeah. And then he's like, all right, it's over. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Well, when he saw the gun, he goes, first class tickets to the
To
resurrection.
the resurrection.
There's no way you're not getting shot after a line
But
like
you
that.
thought maybe he was going to pull out 2 first-class tickets.
No, because the resurrection's always booked.
Why are we fucking promoting my motherfucking weekend, too?
What are you doing?
Well,
Friday
then
and
promote
Saturday.
it. It fucking
Caroline's Friday.
Caroline,
Saturday.
is that tonight and tomorrow?
You know,
I didn't want to be accused of being too
All
proper
right.
like I was earlier. You see that? You bit
Go
the hand
F
that
yourself.
fed you. Language, please.
Because I would love to see Colin.
F that.
Go see Colin.
F that. F everything.
Just go see him.
212-757-4100.
Very funny. Very
if you
funny.
want, you
Colin.
probably just walk up and get tickets. Yeah. But I mean, if you want to,
You suck. Wow.
Hey, you know, even though you may be busting my balls, walk up to a camera for a great major part of business.
they certainly do.
Fuck you.
Caroline's, you know, it's funny.
Enjoy your drive to Harrisburg, cocksucker.
I don't drive. For me, it's a ride. Lurch drives.
I like the fact that he says Reading, no, actually Harrisburg. They're the same city. There's no difference.
Hey, Reading, Harrisburg. I would fly there. What are you doing driving? Hey, jerk-off. Hey, Louie Beans. Yeah, this is Louie Beans. He owes me $20. What do I do? Should I suck his cock? Oh!
He was doing Dice Clay as Reagan before it was so fucking brilliant.
Yes.
Oh my
As
God.
they slip the surly bonds of earth and touch the face of God. Mr. Gorbachev, you got your fucking wall down already. It's your problem, asshole.
Oh, man.
So I'm sucking, his chick is sucking. I almost had Dice sucking dick. I think we did that one too. Nothing was better than Footprints, though. Dice doing Footprints. So download that one.
We might have to replay that one.
During the hardest times of my life, there was one set of footprints. Hey, Jesus, where'd you go?
Do Dyson good dick. Do Dyson good dick. Excuse
So
me, sir.
you watch porno? You like banana juice on your face? A gush. Oh, I like watching pornographic movies. Good, honey. Let me tongue your ass and stick it in. Oh, thank you. Good night.
Oh, God.
A little Dice.
That is
Andrew Dice, anybody.
Dice.
Doesn't matter who it is. Yeah, there's a movie coming out just called D. It's Dice. I'm the president. Bomb the motherfuckers.
Oh, God. Andrew Dice Clay. Wow. The movie with Dice as president is a good idea.
Yeah. I'm running against the Schwarzer. I'm in character. It's okay.
Oh, man. D.
I remember we had the best time was having Dice on the phone and doing that with him, and Dice actually said on the phone, he goes, "I'm not going to argue with me."
That's a good one.
He was talking to the replay.
Yeah, he's talking to the replay
Dice
machine.
clips, so we would only talk to him through the machine.
One of these days we should just drag
we'll get it back on.
his fat ass back in here. Goddamn.
Why don't we let Jason get out of here?
Yes.
He's a busy man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason. It was a pleasure meeting you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's exciting for me to be on with you guys.
Great, man. You're just, a kid in the business in Hollywood.
28. You've been acting for a long time.
About 10 years, something like that.
Yeah. Got the bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old bug.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah.
I gotta bring up the fact that your dad was friggin' unbelievable in Sling Blade.
That's actually what I was thinking of the movie, too. I was thinking of.
Why didn't we talk about that?
Confederacy of Soldiers was the book, remember?
Yeah. No, because it's one of those touches that, like, no one talks about my dad either.
Yeah.
Like, my dad wasn't an actor, he just drank a lot, but
They talk about him.
yeah. I talk about him throwing my memories of my dad was him throwing spaghetti against the wall and my mother calling him a fucking prick. That was always the great fucking
He was
great
an
time of
actor.
my life.
He was playing the dissatisfied customer in the restaurant.
Ro.
That was all just
Bam!
scene work.
Yeah. Oh, it was just awful.
Yeah, Sling Blade was fucking great because I know one
It
thing I noticed about
was
that-
such a departure.
It was,
it was great.
it was whispered, really soft on the lines. Just don't hurt. It was really fucking great, man.
Yeah. That sensitive character with the whole and having to deal with that prick fucking what's
Dwight
his
Yoakam.
name? Dwight Yoakam. Who, by the way, who knew he would be that good in that movie?
I know he's
playing just a
incredible.
scumbag.
Playing Jimmy Jackson?
I'm just kidding. That was like Jimmy Jackson. And this retard and something. He's like, I'm just kidding. And you know he's just not.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my house. That's how I break up every party now at my house. I just get up. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah. He is amazing. I'll make you sorry your daddy ever squirted your little ass out. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm
what
sorry.
a fucking prick.
Yeah.
Poor
he's
little
amazing.
Frank.
Potted meat.
Yeah.
That is just a great movie, but he was fantastic in that.
Oh, although my favorite in that had to be J.T. Walsh, not just because of our similar personalities. Wow, is he a fucking
just looking out the window, talking about good old times.
You know how bad you have to be for a guy to murder somebody with a lawnmower blade and say, "Don't talk to me no more"?
He was offended by what he was saying after he buried a fucking hatchet in his mom's head. Great. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Jason,
it's Friday.
No,
my party
me.
starts.
Yeah, it's party time for
right
Anthony.
now.
Definitely.
Jason
And
Ritter.
then Sunday morning I go, get the fuck out of my house! I'm pushing people in wheelchairs against the door.
Gonna get the band together.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Carl, how long have you been standing out here?
Oh, God,
Fucking
right, yeah.
stupid Carl
You're just standing
lurking.
there, waiting for you to come to the door. Love that. Great movie.
And Billy Bob Thornton will never be better than he was. I mean, he's a good actor, but
Completely different entity, too.
Yeah.
Like, you see Billy Bob Thornton, and you can't even imagine that was him.
No, it doesn't look like him
Yeah,
at
it doesn't
all.
look like him. Doesn't
Mr.
sound
Woodcock. He has been
I
better.
couldn't get through it. I laughed all the way into the thing. I couldn't watch it and laugh. The funny name.
Shut up.
I did.
No
Woodcock.
Look at penis. On the poster, he's holding 2 basketballs.
Oh, and they're kind of by his balls.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Woodcock. I heard, Ralph.
I got it right.
Cock out on wood like this, Alice.
You have no sense of humor.
Leave it there. The cat'll get it.
Leave it there. I heard she just cuts him off. I heard, Ralph.
I heard Ralph.
It's the greatest shut your fucking mouth line ever.
Honeymoon is nothing funnier, man. Love it.
The chick, that's a guy thing. There's nothing that will break a relationship faster than fucking, well, infidelity. But after that,
Yeah, well.
her not liking the honeymooners drives me fucking nuts.
Oh, I hope those are the kind of astute things we see in your book, faggot. Anyway.
At least I don't have to hide my DVDs in the closet, though, when the girl comes over. As far as breaking up a relationship, have a little bit of a problem.
But I was saying, Colin, I don't like a girl who doesn't like the honeymooners.
And what I was saying is I don't need the male Irma Bombeck. Oh,
wow, nice reference. Jesus Christ, a columnist from the 70s. You know, it's 1973. How about that Irma Bombeck? Isn't she great?
I fucking living life on Mars.
They actually did. He opened the paper up at one point and did say, hey, what's Dagwood up to now?
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I blocked it out like a childhood rape.
Oh, my God, he didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
You promise?
I promise you, Colin. I wouldn't lie to Colin Quinn.
What's Dagwood up to now?
Christ.
I like to know sometimes, too. I just get a kick out of the fucking blondie.
Well, that's not the point, but I understand.
Yeah.
Are we doing line of the day?
Fuck line of the day. We're out of here.
Yeah, we'll just
you
do
know what?
I'm calling
no,
it.
yeah.
I'm calling it for rain.
We'll just do the plug, though. WebEx.com, hold
yeah.
meetings, make
Up to the plug.
presentations. Do it from the comfort of your own home.
Fuck that.
They pay for this shit, Colin. Hold on a second. Check it out at WebEx.com.
You up?
Do us a favor, WebEx.com. Just go there and click on something so they think their advertising's working.
Yes!
Opie cuts to the chase.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right,
they
shut
pay
up.
for
They're
this
paying
shit.
for this, Colin.
Yeah, that's all.
Pay for this garbage.
That's all they want is you to click on something. So go click on something. WebEx.com. Jason Ritter, thank you. We're out of here.
Thanks a lot.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Opie and Anthony. Cody in Indiana writes on Instant Feedback. I can't wait to see Ant's electric bill after Keith's wife decorates the Christmas lights brighter than the effing Luxor.
Yeah. We were talking about Christmas lights and stuff yesterday.
Yeah.
And, yeah, because I kind of want to do Christmas over my house kind of a thing. You know, we do Christmas Eve over Grandma's old house. Now it's, my aunt and uncle's house pretty much.
I love it, too.
Grandma's in
I'm
the
hooking
home.
up lights.
Yeah,
You really are a true wop, aren't you?
I am such a ginzo. Yeah, I really am because, I'm really the only Catholic in my neighborhood.
Oh, that's right.
It's an entire Jewish neighborhood.
And you really let it be known.
I put I put decorations up that it leaves no doubt that I am Catholic. It's this short of a manger on my lawn with the baby Jesus.
You would go with real people, though.
Yeah,
Make them hang out on
That's a
your
good
lawn.
idea.
It's cheap to have.
Hey, tell them about the wreath you get.
The wreath is probably
They have
9
to-
feet across.
they have to
and
get a crane.
They get a cherry picker and put it up above my door.
Biggest wreath you've ever seen.
And then there's a couple of real guinea columns that I have on the side of my house, and
Christmas vacation.
big red bows go on the big guinea columns.
Yeah.
And lights going up the walkway and on the trees. So, yeah, the Jews in my neighborhood are just like, oh, boy. Here he goes. Here goes the Italian.
It's going to be another Massapequa before we know
it. Here he is. I'm sure all of his organized crime friends are going to be over.
But that's what I was telling my friend Adrian. I go, what other show do you listen to? And they're talking about arc welding.
Yes.
He's like, hey, watch out. I'm warning you.
Well,
suddenly
he opened his bills yesterday, and they're just out of hand.
I'm really
the electric bill's out of hand.
I'm hurting the environment.
He used 197,000 gallons of water since the last water bill.
197,000 gallons.
And Stunt Brain brings this to everyone's attention today. When you have huge spikes in usage like you're showing, you know they investigate that stuff because they're convinced you're growing like pot and stuff.
Why would they think because I had a spike in water and electricity that I'm growing something?
But they really do.
That really is like water and electricity. Yeah, I need the lights for the plants, and then I need the water to irrigate the plants. And there's no plants growing in my house.
The investigation ends with the guy just writing across the top of his sheet, Enrich, no problem.
Enrich, no problem. We're moving on from this
By which
case.
I mean nouveau riche.
Of course, nouveau riche. What else could that mean?
You're telling everyone you're putting a movie theater in the basement, but maybe you're doing something else?
No, it's a home theater.
There's a lot of room in that basement, man.
I had the...
You're a crass fool.
Your basement's so big, if you were growing pot plants, you'd have to get the migrant workers there.
Yeah.
Make it on there. Yeah. He's got them there. Who's he kidding? He's using Americans to fix that house up?
They're all Americans.
Oh, please.
My friend, they are. All the construction guys in the basement.
Central Americans.
They were all Americans. Had the HVAC guy come over yesterday, which was pretty interesting for me since I spent all of my years before radio doing air conditioning and heating work. So I see the van pull up, and I'm like, now I'm that guy. I go, I'm the ass. I'm the douche. It just made me feel like, and then I'm trying to be overly like nice and hey, what's up?
Buddy,
like not be like those guys. There's a hose out back if you're thirsty. Yeah. You know, like I all of a sudden was the guy, and no matter what I do, I'm the guy.
Right.
Which sucks.
That's great.
Like I don't want to be the guy, but I don't want to be the guy doing the work anymore. I did that for years.
They don't do it right. You got to regretfully go.
No, Anthony's bringing up the old days, and the old air conditioner's like, hey, you still got that fetter?
Oh, no, we got new equipment now that we do that. What do you got? Let me see the gauges. I'll charge this unit myself. Bring me the Freon. We don't use Freon anymore.
Sir.
Just vent it to the atmosphere, and we'll pump some more in. No, we recover the refrigerant now, Anthony. It's not like the old days. They're old-timer.
He's trying to roll up his sleeves.
Yeah, let me get in there. I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
You guys would just dump the waste on the side of the LIA.
Dude,
as you're going back to home base.
Yeah. It used to be
that's old school, my friend.
Vent to atmosphere.
Yeah.
Fluorocarbons, just this big white cloud of ozone killer would just
rises over Floral Park. And
now they will kill you if they catch you doing that. You got to recover the refrigerant. It's called Freon. It's refrigerant.
Yeah, it's like Russia. You can't even throw any things in the atmosphere.
Can't even put your friggin' motor oil down the sewer anymore.
What's up with that?
Colin, how many times did you change your oil on your car and just let it go right down the sewer in front of your house?
Most people are still doing
That's
that.
That's what you did. No, you are.
A lot of people
but they are
do
doing that.
In trashy neighborhoods, I guess.
They look to their left, they look to their right, and they tip over that can.
I get abuse from my family for making fun of Shirley.
Shirley.
Oh, Mastic and Shirley.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
the Twin Cities.
I was a caddy for 12, 14 years. So,
caddy.
And every once in a while, we'll play in a charity golf tournament or whatever, and we get a caddy, and I'm just.
I go to Norton. Who do you think wrote these? He goes, Voss.
Voss.
That's right. Hey, Congressman McCain. No, he's not a congressman. All right, whatever. But I'm just writing. Bonnie, you told me he was.
Odds are we know the guy that wrote this material.
Yeah.
Who was it?
With a lawyer under each arm.
They'd have all the oil.
Yeah, he gets desperate, throws a couple of his jokes in at the end. They'd have all the oil.
And I'm dodging her.
Right. I'm dodging her. And then at the end, he just runs out, Louie.
Louie Beans.
Louis Beans.
Louis Plumber.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be a long, long night at MSNBC if I manage to pull this thing off.
He is good.
For starters, I understand that Keith Olbermann has ordered up his very own Mission Accomplished banner. And they can hang that in whatever padded room has been reserved for him.
Damn. Nice, right?
I just hate the fact that douche Oberman is getting like he's a force to be reckoned with attention.
Yeah.
Sickens me.
Well, you're the one that wrote a whole chapter of him in the new book.
Oh, funny you should say that, Colin. Pre-orders available on Amazon now for I Hate Your Guts.
Wow. I Hate Your Guts is the name of your
And no
book.
one tried to make you change the title?
No, they loved
awesome.
it. They loved
That
it.
is a good one. I
That
Hate
is a
Your
good one.
Guts.
You have a picture of guts out in the front?
Yeah, and then me pointing at them like, yuck! Hating them.
Hating them.
That was a taste of McCain. You guys want to hear Obama?
Sure.
Yeah. White people are crazy.
Yeah, right?
Does he just go into that whole act? That'd be a good one.
I got to say, I think McCain kicked his ass last night.
Yeah?
With the funny. Yeah, I think Obama fell a little short.
You see how white people walk?
So
there's a lot of white people here tonight.
So Al Smith was an old politician, right? Governor, okay, because Obama's going to...
Is it Alfred E. Smith or was it?
Yeah. He's going to refer to him.
Of course I'm right.
He's going to refer to him.
High school when he was governor.
He's going to refer to him in this first joke. Al Smith ran for president in 1928. That's key as well.
28?
Yes. He's very old.
Against Woody Wilson? Who was he running against? 28. Roosevelt?
It is an honor to be here with Al Smith. I obviously never knew your great-grandfather, but from everything that Senator McCain has told me...
How's it going?
The two of them had a great time together before Prohibition, so...
Why would you have a great time before Prohibition?
Because you were drinking, stupid. Yeah. And then McCain should have shot back. Like, yeah, I'm sure you met him too. You were serving the racist.
Yeah, one of those things. I'm sure you had a great time before the Emancipation Proclamation.
You would have said, shut up, cracker.
Yeah.
These crackers are hilarious.
In the last few weeks, John's been out on the campaign trail and asked the question, who is Barack Obama? I have to admit I was a little surprised by this question. The answer is right there on my Facebook page. But... look, I don't want to be coy about this. We're a couple of weeks from an important election. Americans have a big choice to make, and if anybody feels like they don't know me by now, let me try to give you some answers. Who is Barack Obama? Contrary to the rumors that you've heard, I was not born in a manger. I was actually born on Krypton and sent here by my father, Jor-El, to save the planet Earth.
Jor-El?
Oh, what a white nerd talking about comic book stuff.
Yeah.
He's already got Patton Oswalt's vote. Come on.
Jor-El.
Many of you know that I got my name, Barack, from my father. What you may not know is Barack is actually Swahili for Bat One.
That's a good joke.
That is good.
And I got my middle name from somebody who obviously didn't think I'd ever run for president.
Great joke.
Damn.
These guys are on fire.
They're
on fire.
Yeah. Just put him in the comedy clubs. What are they doing running for president?
They should have been running commercials for this all week.
Yeah.
No one saw this because
great.
it just showed up on like some of the news channels in the middle of the night.
They didn't publicize it.
They should have pumped this up. Like you're going to get to see these guys telling jokes.
actually
Up
being
like Norton
human.
shows at the Wilton.
That's right. The Wilbur.
Whatever.
The Wilton.
What is the Wilton?
In L.A., that's a theater. Silly.
Well, I'm not in L.A. I'm doing
I'm
the
part
Viper
of the
Room in L.A.
scene.
Oh, Kyle, you're missing the
I know
scene.
Boss had something to do with McCain's thing because he said, could I buy you one of my houses?
Yeah, and Brock's like, I'm not going to say I got a car. Why would I say that?
they trust me, it never doesn't work.
They promoted the debate like crazy for what?
The
For what
debate
reason?
stunk and that thing was great.
People would have watched
Those
this.
are great lines.
You could drop them off anywhere. Voss punchlines.
Yes. We had to put McCain in a rest area.
One more clip from Obama.
But I know Senator McCain agrees that some of the rumors out there are getting a bit crazy. Rupert, the other day, Fox News actually accused me of fathering 2 African-American children in wedlock.
Holy jeez.
Huh?
Wow.
How about this, Obama?
That's something.
How about it?
He's got my vote now.
These brothers better hope he better hope the brothers don't catch.
Just reminded what you were doing with the air conditioner guy. I go, hey, I used to do what you're doing there.
Yeah, great.
And I actually had a caddy go, good for you.
No one wants to hear that.
The guy just did not. He goes, good for you.
No one wants to hear that.
Here's your putter. I'm the same age as you, and you're not doing this anymore, and I still am. Good for you.
No one wants to hear that you did that, and you can help him out.
No one cares about your local boy made good stories.
Exactly.
Yeah, beat it, stupid. And by the way, you had a 7 on the last hole, not a 5.
The poor bastard's got to move my radio-controlled jet helicopters so he can put in some flex pipe.
Well, you stand there with a naked 19-year-old. Hey, I used to knock 10.
Drinking beer. Right, wine glass in one hand, a supple breast in the other.
A party hat, Magnum condoms in your upper pocket. I used to do what you did until my life began.
Doing the obstacle course through the women that are passed out.
Oh, is that awful?
To get to the work area.
Yeah, but when I realized, I'm the guy. I'm the guy that was the douche.
That's so funny.
Stop trying to kidnap. Bob Kelly does that, too. We used to live in the same building. He's the biggest idiot. We lived at the same building.
What, with fat people? I used to be a big slob,
dude. One big freight elevator.
Now he's losing weight and ruining our good time. Yeah. Bastard.
The beautiful thing about Bob is, though, he really is he's one like cut out of a Dane movie away from obesity again, which is great, because Bob will never not be a fatso waiting to happen. Bobby would walk in. We would always walk into the lobby, and he would just stand there and overly try to be relatable. Hey, how you doing there, Frank? Just like, shut up. They work here. Just say hello and go upstairs. Stop trying to act like you're one of the guys because you feel guilty about the minimal success that you've had.
Hey, we got to go to the phones. You touched on some, Ant, that got him lit. Wayne, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good, Wayne.
When I worked at a gas station years ago, for all the bad loot and stuff we did, we used to just dump antifreeze down the drain because my boss told so. He was too cheap to pay any type of recovering fee, which I thought was very disgusting and despicable. But
oh, sure you did, but you did it anyway. I was only following orders.
And we wonder why we're all getting cancer. Everyone's getting cancer, and we're like, we can't figure out why.
Dude, I had the polar bears are purple.
Yeah.
I had a Volkswagen Bug. I had a Volkswagen Bug that I made into one of those dune buggy hybrid Baja Bug things.
You made it cool.
Yeah, I tried. Ugh.
Was that when you were out in L.A. with the...
No, this was... Jimmy Jackson. Actually, they had dune buggies, of course. Why wouldn't they? And I blew an engine in the thing and had to tell his squaw that he was a homo. Think about it.
I got it.
I dumped the entire engine down into the sewer. I pulled up the grate, and somewhere in the avenues in Northport is a sewer with a Volkswagen engine in it. Just oil, everything just dripping out of it. But we didn't. Who cared? Who cared?
Oh, that's good stuff. Colin, why are you here?
I got my joke.
Are we promoting? I got it.
I'm kidding.
What are you
like
promoting
I would
today?
Beg for any
Caroline's.
Really?
Would beg for acceptance. Stop.
We do that for 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Begging for love and acceptance. You there this week?
Don't just jump in like you're Mr. Professional, like you can carry on 2 conversations.
But no,
once.
I didn't want to step.
I'm so mentally. Yeah. You're there this
I was
week,
paying
by the way.
attention,
Shut
Colin.
up.
No, I was asking.
Opie asked me in a civilized manner. Nobody even introduced me that I was here yet, by the way. My
no,
name
you don't
was
have
not...
to. You just
the voice.
Walk in.
Hush.
No one knows your voice right now. Yeah.
Hush.
But no, me and Ant were talking about something. You guys did the plug. I'm like, why do I
know,
step
but
on
I just
the
don't
plug?
like you acting like you're Mr. Dexterity. Like, oh, by the way, what are you plugging? Like, I'm on every level.
And why do you need the big intro all of a sudden?
Yeah, what do you need?
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Sit down and start talking.
F
we'll
you
get
guys.
to your name
That's what I
eventually.
did.
Yeah, we know who you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to stop the show because
Oh my God!
coming into our studio,
as we've been promising and promoting.
Right? Sit down.
That voice, it would be like
tell jokes.
Like if Rosie Perez came in, we wouldn't have to intro her either.
So Colin's at Caroline's.
Rosie Perez coming in?
No.
Colin Quinn, Caroline's this weekend.
Yeah.
Tonight,
I would
obviously.
give out the number.
212-757-4100.
Yeah, for tickets.
No, I just didn't like Jim's new angle. Like he covers all bases.
Yeah,
it
it's the
bugs
way
me.
I do it. You know. I went to the.
We'll go to Colin now.
Yeah, but he just busted in like, I can do 10 things at once.
Oh, and you'll be proud that they're still going old school out there.
Oh, good.
Nick in New York.
Hey,
What's
Nick.
up?
What's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
You're on the air, sir.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, no, I was just wanted to let you know that I work for an HVAC company. I'm actually going there right now. We still rent Freon this year. We actually ordered like the Homer bucket or whatever from Depot, put a Freon line in it, and we just dumped the Freon into that, and we're still venting and stuff.
Do you know what he's saying? Because his phone was all messed up.
He's just saying he's still opening up the valve and dumping Freon
right onto the
ground. Still dumping Freon. The 2 years I've been there, I never once put it into a recovery system.
Are you even certified?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. How did you get certified?
Dude, you are every helper I ever had. I used to call them no helpers. There was no help. It was like you just fall asleep on the insulation.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Eric in Jersey. Eric. Joe, the attention about Jimmy and his obsession with his brand new camera.
I know, and he's
really
been
talking about his brand new camera for the last 4 days.
He snarled on me too.
All he's doing is reading a manual.
I never read the manual. I never do. I just point and shoot. And my last camera is probably a good.
Oh, we
camera.
talking about cameras now?
Oh, come on, Carl. Don't be fresh. So I had a Sony, which maybe took good pictures, but I just didn't know how to use it.
I hear you. This is compelling.
This is the thing.
No, it is. It's good.
I go to B&H. It's a funny story. Big lines. I'm like, what am I going to do, right?
Big lines of Jews, right?
Oh, no, all people. The Jews were. I don't like to be stereotypical.
They know how to run that place.
Yeah, they sure do.
That place
They do.
is fantastic.
They run it like, well, anyway.
Well.
They run it like they learned that technique somewhere. Let's put it that way.
Holy Jesus. Right.
You know what? Hey.
Fight them.
For the people outside New York,
shocking this now.
For the people outside New York City, if you make it here,
arbitrarily
make sure you stop by B&H and see how they run that joint.
Yeah, they really do.
Pretty amazing.
So anyway, my Canon camera is working very well, and I'm reading the manual during breaks and trying all the little options. I mean, I'm having the proverbial ball.
Yeah,
my new camera.
We see.
Some of those guys are fans of the show too, believe it or not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of the Hasidics.
Yes, I
love
didn't
the
have
show.
to wait. It was a tremendous line. And I'm talking to the one guy. I'm like, well, I'm on the Opie and Anthony show. We kind of promote you guys a lot. He's like, I can't do it. I just wanted them to ring me up.
As low as it can go.
No, it wasn't a price issue, boy. I wouldn't
not.
even think of it.
All right, little Jim.
Oh.
So last night,
instead of little Jimmy Norton, literal Jimmy Norton.
Literal Jimmy Norton.
Yeah, one of his many characters, Colin. Last night, Obama and McCain at this Al Smith dinner. I had no idea they were going to make jokes. It was way better than
weird.
It was way better than the debate.
Yeah, but it's still bizarre that suddenly in the middle of this like heated thing where the whole country's crisis, hey, we have to live this tradition of cracking a few jokes.
Yeah, and where they're
kind of
just
strange.
they're bashing each other the day before, the day after, but then they take a little time out.
But then they're following the roast format. They're killing each other. Then at the end, they're saying unbelievable good things about each other. It's like,
bizarre.
Wait, the night before, you were basically saying he's a terrorist, you're old.
It's kind of
you
like
picked
saying,
a
hey,
seat for your running
America,
mate.
hey, America, we're not on the same page with you. This is all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Kind of what I was thinking, Colin.
Weird,
It's
isn't
like
it?
one day Bush and Bin Laden just sitting next to each other goofing. Hey, funny hat you got on. But let me...
Yeah, we're not in that. We're not in their club. They got a little
very
secret
strange.
club, and they're playing us like fools. Here's McCain starting out with some Joe the Plumber material.
Oh, Jesus.
Events are moving fast in my campaign, and yes, it's true that this morning I've dismissed my entire team of senior advisors. All of their positions will now be held by a man named Joe the Plumber.
Joe the Plumber makes a joke.
Already,
That was quite a long setup for that one, boy.
my opponents have been subjecting Joe to their vicious attack machine. His veracity has been questioned by Barack Obama's running mate, Joe the six-term senator. He claims that this honest, hard-working small businessman could not possibly have enough income to face a tax increase under the Obama plan. What they don't know is that Joe the Plumber recently signed a very lucrative contract with a wealthy couple to handle all the work on all 7 of their houses.
That's a good one.
Making fun of himself, right?
Gotta give
You gotta make fun of yourself.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
If you laugh, and the world kind of laughs with you. That's right. Always been my philosophy.
That's Jimmy.
Laughter's the best medicine.
To bring it home for everyone.
Turns out Joe the plumber is a fraud, huh? Finding out he's not really a plumber.
What? Hope he's Joe the pederast.
Yeah.
Or Joe the chicken hawk.
We were saying the same. Bravo.
Joe the pederast plumber. That's actually like Dora the Explorer. Joe the pederast plumber.
He was.
Look at Obama in that. I mean, he really looks like. Who am I trying?
A waiter.
He should be dancing on the steps with Shirley Temple.
Oh God.
This bar.
I'm trying, baby. I'm trying.
It was at the Waldorf, so yeah, he probably just borrowed a waiter's uniform. I didn't realize everyone was dressing up. Can I have your uniform?
McCain, just all that skin tied up in that tie.
Just needs a satin pillow tied to the back of his head.
He just tied his neck skin into a bow tie and spray painted it white.
White's just not a good color for that guy. He should stay away from the color white.
Yeah.
Everything just blends together.
He looks like a sausage tied up with string,
McCain continues.
There's signs of hope, even in the most unexpected places, even in this room full of proud Manhattan Democrats. I can't shake that feeling that some people here are pulling for me. I'm delighted to see you here tonight, Hillary.
All right.
Good one.
That's a good one. Boy, is he nailing this. He's nailing it.
That was a good
That was a good joke.
I warmed up to the guy now.
Yeah,
I'm like, why
look
don't
at
you do
him.
this during the
some good
debate?
jokes, yeah. I wonder who wrote that.
Does he do any joke that says, you put Velcro on the ceiling? Does it end like that? Or 3 if you slice them thin enough?
It is a roast. What the hell?
Yeah, why not?
An empty boat.
The AC guy.
What's up, Eric?
How you doing? Yeah, when I was in the United States Navy, I was ordered to pump 1,800 gallons of used oil into the ocean.
It's just see, this is what's really going on out there. And then you get some dopey lady bringing her own bag to the supermarket, thinking she's making a change.
That's great.
Just take the plastic bag like the rest of us.
I was ordered to dump 1,800.
Ordered. I love that.
Ordered.
Because he knows he's got to answer to God someday. He's
Yes,
like, look,
sir.
They told me to do that, God.
The only time he ever confessed was right now here on the
Right. Yeah. I was ordered. And you will pump that fuel out into the ocean.
Yeah. Let's go to Dan in New York. Hey, Dan. Dan?
Hey.
Dan? Yes.
That's me, Dan.
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy. My dad's auto body shop, there was this one spot in front of the shop where we dump all the old oil and fluids and everything. Then my dad started growing tomatoes there, like after 20 years of dumping. I started giving the tomatoes out to all the vendors and customers that came by.
It's just one tomato gives you tumors.
It gets worse and worse.
Yeah. Now he's growing stuff for people to eat in the oil. In the poison soil.
To the other vendors. Here you go.
How great is that?
How about a nice tomato?
Yeah, here you go. You know, you don't see anymore that you used to see a lot of the abandoned car. That was a phenomenon on the expressway, the parkways here in New York, especially.
Right, that's right.
The abandoned car
You
was
don't see that.
on the side of the road, just stripped and sitting there.
I wish one of my brothers would call. Brett tells a hilarious story. My dad was one of those guys.
He was abandoned car guy?
Yeah, a car got stolen, saving money, his insurance. He would dump them under the bridges, coming into New York City.
They're like stolen
And then-
or like on the road. You'd
Right.
see it on the side of the expressway, the parkways, just stripped cars.
Right.
You wouldn't even think about it.
But those aren't cars that break down. Those are cars that people are like dumping them.
I did that once where you crowbar out the VIN number.
Yeah.
I did that.
But then, and then my dad would come home with some ridiculous story, but we were on to him. When he got older, this is where the bit's going. A mile away from the house in a parking lot that we go to a lot. Friendlies up near, on 25A?
Oh, certainly.
Across the street a little further toward my house.
I'd throw fribbles on my back there.
There's our Toyota sitting there. And my dad's denying it's our Toyota.
Look away.
No license plates. We're like, Dad, it's right up the street. What are you doing?
Nope, that ain't it. Just looks like
we have
it.
license plates on ours. What are you talking about? Stax was always crazy.
It had
I found the car. It had prints all over it.
It had a Geneseo sticker in the back window where I went to college. Oh, you got to hear my brother tell it. It's like that. What do you we understand if you're going to go into Brooklyn or the Bronx, but you're getting lazy.
Left it right there.
Getting lazy.
Well, a lot of people go to Geneseo. It's a big school.
Yeah. That's probably what he said at the time.
I think a lot of cars, if you broke down on the expressway or one of the parkways, you knew your car was screwed. Like they were just roving bands of hooligans that would take the tires, the doors. Right. They'd work like ants taking apart a cricket.
Yeah.
It would really, they were very proficient at it. And that just doesn't happen anymore.
Dumping Freon is a $10,000 fine.
Yeah, you really get
and now we go to Indiana.
For that one.
Dave, what's going on?
Hey, man. Pardon me. When I was stationed in Virginia Beach in the Navy, as you may be aware, towards the end of the fiscal year, government agencies have to use their budget up or they lose it the following year. So we would go ahead and gas up the planes. They fly them out over the Atlantic, and they dump JP5 into the ocean, come back, fill up, repeat process.
Wow.
Repeat process.
Dump jet fuel into the ocean.
Repeat process.
Come back until your tanks are dry, and they could say, well, we need the money for this much fuel again. Repeat process.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Oh.
The blivets that hang off the wings, they hold like 300 gallons each or something like that. I can't remember how many tons of fuel it is, but it's an A6 used to hold about 18,000 tons.
Just
like that.
dropping full wing tanks.
That plane could fly from Virginia Beach to California without gassing up, and it was back empty in 15 minutes.
Wow.
Where else would you hear the reality of America?
And this is what, when I see, that's why, when I see Obama or McCain and they're talking about taxes and spending and stuff, it's like, you're all full of crap.
Just shut up.
This is business as usual. You want to cut the budget down, take care of that kind of stuff. Unbelievable.
But we're all going.
You do too, man. Thanks.
But we're all going green.
Yeah, we're going green, all right.
Yeah, we're going green.
That's great.
Yes. Colin Quinn at Caroline's this weekend. We're going to take a break.
Enough fuel to fly cross country. Gone in 15 minutes.
Speaking of comedy, did you see Obama and McCain doing the funny last night?
No, I did not.
Stand up there. Funny guy.
You can see it on the break. A couple of zingers.
Well, I want to get your
only one.
On
I know.
Oh, singer.
As a seasoned veteran, I want to get your opinion on the whole thing.
I'd like to see it.
All right, Opie and Anthony.
We're back. You want to kick him in the balls now? Yeah, let's do it.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
We got Colin Quinn in studio today.
Whoa.
Opie and Anthony.
What an intro. Now people know I'm here.
Caroline's this weekend, 212-757-4100. And I'm so glad you're here today because you brought it to everyone's